Good evening, delicious audience, and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade, The Prince's Little Game. This is the first session of our new short story for Vampire 5th edition, where we're going to be learning a little bit about how Vampire works. Our game is set in Paris, in an area called Clichy, and we're going to start now. It's raining. It's been a hot day, and the rain is taking some of that heat away. A fog rolls in from the banks of the Seine. The camera comes up on a road, following a black, expensive-looking car as it drives through the streets, avoiding the traffic, and pulls up in the grounds of an old, decaying house, slightly raised in the land, quite close to the Seine itself. The car stops. The lights turn out, and the driver's door opens. A man steps out. The man is tall, severe looking, wearing mostly black clothing, a goatee beard, and a serious look in his eye. He steps out of the car, looks around, and then bangs on the window. 3 occupants of the car are sitting, probably a little nervous at this point. Would you like to describe yourselves, please, Peter, Sarah, and Michu?
Okay, yeah. My character is a slender man, pretty tall, probably a little less than 2 meters. He's wearing, he looks around 50 years of age. He wears glasses and is in a suit. And he very cautiously comes out of the door of the car and sits behind the figure that you mentioned with his arms behind his back. He looks kind of like he's in attention, like kind of a military discipline.
Good. Peter?
My character looks pretty slick. He looks pretty good looking. He also wears a suit. Has his hair like a combed back. Very nice looking guy. He confidently steps and takes his place by the guy that just went down.
Okay.
Do I know him?
I mean, you've sat in the car with him. You've maybe exchanged small talk.
Does he look chattable?
Does he? Michi, does he look like a kind of guy who would get engaged in small talk?
Personally, I wouldn't talk to him if I wasn't, if I'm not talked to. So I'm fine with being quiet for now, personally.
Okay. Angelos thinks the guy is too intimidated by his presence, so he leaves him be the entire trip.
Delphine is wearing a white dress, a long white dress. She looks like she's a little bit disinterested in the entire situation, except the fact that it's raining and she's like trying to cover her hair so it doesn't get ruined. She has long red curly hair. Um, so was I need to go and sit next to them, right?
Well, they're literally getting out of the car.
Wait,
You
getting
got-
out of the car and then sitting somewhere else? I didn't
No, you're
understand
literally
where they
standing
went.
next to the car. Literally, the guys got out of the car. You're parked in the driveway of an old house.
Yeah, I understood that part. I just okay. Well, then Delphine is not getting out of the car because she doesn't know where else she's gonna go, where it's hidden from the rain. So she's gonna sit like this and kind of wait for something to happen. She's gonna twirl her hair a bit like this and wait. Kind of wait for someone to carry her, basically, because she can't really be bothered to get out.
Okay. A few moments pass. The severe-looking man, who you know to be Armand Roux, the Bruges sheriff of Paris. After a couple of moments, he thumps on the side of the car again.
Is the window open?
The windows are closed. The door is open because obviously the boys have just got out.
Oh, alright. I'm just gonna look at him. And smile.
He turns to probably Angelos, actually. Can I suggest that you have a conversation with your colleague about getting out of my fucking car?
Since it's in your car, what do you want me to talk to her?
He rolls his eyes and looks up at the sky. I told him this was a bad idea.
I look also, like, before he talks, I look also. Is there anything interesting up there?
Rain.
Great.
He'll turn to Bruno. He just looks at him expectantly.
Okay. Bruno does a U-turn and goes back to the car. I guess Delphine is sitting by the door, right? Like you're
Yep.
just sitting by the door.
Right by the door.
Okay, I will. You're young, right?
Yeah.
you're
She looks
like
very
20 or
young.
something.
She looks like 18 in one day.
Okay. Bruno puts his arm under your armpit. You know, he grips you
Okay.
from there, and he kind of whispers to you, "Come, girl."
I will like do this movement of like getting out, right? Because getting touched randomly for Delphine is not something that she likes very much. And I look at Bruno and I say, "Do you have an umbrella?"
No.
Well, how about we get an umbrella and I'll get right out of here.
How about you get out my fucking car before I drag you out?
I would like to do, I don't know how to say this, but like a persuasion thing.
Okay, what are you trying to? What's your end goal in your brain? What's your end goal?
I just want them or him
To
to
die.
give me something to put on top of my head so I don't get wet from the rain. It doesn't have to be an umbrella, but it can be, a newspaper. I'll take it.
Thinks he's speedrunning vampire.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
All right. Could you make a? Let's go with charisma persuasion roll.
Right. So I click on charisma or I click on persuasion. Persuasion, right?
Click on persuasion and then select the attributes of charisma. Let's go with
Charisma.
it.
All right. And modifiers?
No, just roll it straight.
Don't I get something because I have the beautiful looks thing? Or
Do you? What does beautiful looks do?
I don't know exactly, but I have stunning looks. I remember seeing that it gives me some type of advantage. Can someone
Alright.
who knows the rules tell me?
1 second to pull up the book.
Okay.
That's too far. Merits. Stunning looks.
That's stunning. The second one.
Add 2 extra dice to all appropriate social dice pools. This is a social dice pool, so yes, you would get 2 extra dice in this case.
Great. So in modifier, I just put 2.
Yes, please.
Right?
Yep.
That's it.
And what do we get?
Ah.
We get 5.
Is that it? What is this hunger thing?
Okay.
Success.
Excellent question. Excellent question, Sarah. Vampires, you always have hunger, apart from when you don't. There's very rare situations when you don't, but you always have hunger, and your base hunger is 1. This modifies every dice roll that you make, and as you get hungrier, it will make more of a difference to you. If you get successes come up on, if you get critical successes come up, and some of those critical successes come up on your hunger dice, that means you succeed in doing what you want to do, but you do it in the most brutal means possible, as your beast starts to take over.
All right.
In this case, you're perfectly fine. All of your successes have come off of your normal dice, none of your hunger dice. That is an excellent success.
So above there it says dice rolled 8, but then
Yes.
there's only 1 result under it. Where
No,
all the
there's a
others...
5. There's a 5 underneath. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
5 successes, not a 5 on the dice. It's 5 successes. If you hover over it,
Yeah, I am.
if you hover over the 8,
That's a really good roll.
it's a hover over the 5. You've got a 9, a 3, a 5, a 3, a 9,
Yeah.
a 9, a 7, and an 8. And Chris, 6 is a success. 6 and above.
6s, yeah.
6 and above are successes. So the 9, the 9, the 9, the 7, and the 8 are successes. That's 5 successes, and 5 successes is a very good success.
Yeah.
All right. So maximum, for example, maximum successes I could have gotten right now is 8. That's
No,
like
because
the
if you'd rolled
maximum.
10s, then they would have exploded.
So if you roll 2 10s, that counts as a critical success, and that's 4 successes instead of 2 successes.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But the system will work it all out for you.
Yeah, it'll do all the calculations for you. So
Alright,
5
great.
successes is a really good success. Armand, again, he rolls his eyes, he looks up at the sky and mumbles something under his breath and walks to the back of the car. The boot opens, he rummages, you can hear him mumbling something under his breath, and he comes back again and thrusts an umbrella into your hands.
I take it, I look at him, and I look at the umbrella. It's pretty nice. I look at the umbrella, I open it, I step out, and still looking at him, I say, "Thank you, sir." And I walk to the other 2 members of my group, holding the umbrella like this.
Armand stops. You see him kind of pumping his fist a little bit, and he looks kind of upset. But he chills himself out, and after a second, he walks over to join you. Are you clear on why we are here?
Can you remind me?
To join a coterie?
To join a coterie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The prince has asked that you are allocated to this coterie as part of his little game. I am here to drop you off, and that's it. I suggest you go and knock on the door and meet your new coterie mates.
Bruno nods. He kind of does a very rehearsed bow, like he's used to doing that sort of thing, and he walks towards the front door.
Delphine is spinning the umbrella like behind her, doesn't say anything, but follows where Bruno's going, because he probably knows where he's going. He looks like a smart man.
Angelos just follows them, like rolls his hand in the air and it says, "Mercy, mercy."
The rest of your stuff will be arriving tomorrow night. Be careful. Try not to get dead.
I'm already dead.
Tomorrow night. I hope they have a change of clothes, proper clothes inside.
As you walk towards the house, you will hear the car door open and then close with a slam, and the engine guns, probably slightly more aggressively than it necessarily needs to. And you hear the car pulling away, leaving you in the grounds of this mouldering old house. What does the house look like?
So the house looks like it was once a very, very grand house. A long, long time ago. It is a large house in its own grounds. However, time has not been kind to the house. It is in a severely dilapidated state. Windows are boarded shut. The roof looks distinctly dodgy. The gardens are overgrown with weeds and generally unkept. The stairs up to the door, however, are in fairly good condition, and the door itself is seems solid and is of a large, dark wooden structure.
I've got this image in my mind of it being a little bit like the Addams Family mansion.
A little bit, yeah, but less fun.
Are there any lights inside that can be seen from outside?
You can't see any light. However, as you approach the door will open. There is a figure standing in the shadows of the door. You can't clearly make him out from where you're stood. V, are you with me, or are you waiting for me to bring them into the house?
He's Harvey's probably waiting for you to bring him into the house. Just, you're the master of the house, so you're the landlord.
So do we see Field's character?
You see a
You see-
shadowy figure.
You see a shadowy figure. You can't quite make out what my
Can
character
I-
looks like.
Can I make out whether it's a man or a woman from where I'm standing? No?
No,
Then
he
I
is
will be very
deep in
careful.
the shadows.
I am very careful, then I don't go first. I wait for the other guys to go.
Okay. Bruno will stand like for a little bit outside the doorstep in case he gets invited in. Like he won't get inside the house. He will just stand outside the doorstep, and he will look towards the figure without saying anything. He won't enter the house if not invited.
Killian will say, "Come on in, quickly, please."
I nod and I enter the house.
Follow right behind him.
I'm gonna go into the house, but kind of slowly. Like while I climb the steps, hold my dress with one hand and the umbrella with the other. I'm going to look around a bit to, assess the state of the house and how satisfied I am with this new place. I will be quite fine before I enter, after the others.
As you get closer, you can make Killian out. His image is in the character images, but he is completely bald. The skin of the flesh hangs off his gaunt face. His eyes are sunken with dark shadows around them, and he has two large fangs protruding from his mouth. He does not look very pretty, and he growls at Delphine, "Get a move on. I'm not standing by an open door all night."
Delphine closes the umbrella, but doesn't leave it anywhere. She enters, she looks at Killian, and smiles.
And as soon as they're in, the door is shut and locked. And as I'm shutting the door, I'm having a quick scout around to make sure there's nobody on the streets, on the outskirts around the house, and then shutting the door and bolting it.
Cool beans. Could you do me a small favour, please? And I would love for you to make a little wits awareness roll, please.
You're talking to just Phil, right?
Yeah.
And off we go. Dice rolled 3 successes, none. Hunger dice rolled 1 successes, 1.
That's okay.
That would be a messy success.
No, that's all right.
Nope. Okay.
That's okay. Well, you only scored 1 success. It's all good. You glance out onto the grounds and onto the street below. You don't see anyone moving around. You think probably the rain is keeping people off the streets.
Okay. He will shut and bolt and lock the door. Anybody watching will see there's a number of locks and bolts on the inside of the door. Once he locks the place up, he will turn around and say, "This way, please," and start to walk into the large house.
Bruno will follow him, and I will take in the house, like see its interior. Like, how is it still looking unkept inside, or is it better looking?
Yeah, it's pretty rank. It's dusty. There are large dust sheets over hidden furniture, but the whole place looks dusty and a little unkept.
Okay, I'll try to, like, I don't know if you're taking the dirtiest path possible. I will kind of try to take, a relatively clean path while following you. I don't know, maybe not go through the dog shit on the floor or something.
There's no dog shit on the floor. The place is just a little bit dusty, a little bit musty, and a little bit unkept. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to follow. I'm keeping my dress up, so I don't really care what I walk through. But Delphine, I'm feeling pretty good right now because I've confirmed that Killian is a man, no matter how the way he looks. So, yeah.
Angelos doesn't really care. He just walks like unbothered, almost. Just follows our lovely chap, new friend here.
Okay. Chris, I'll take him into a drawing room.
Cool.
It will be a large room. There are some sofas dotted around, a table in the middle, some maps on the table. This room is a bit more well kept, a bit cleaner, looks a bit more used. As I said, there's various maps of the suburbs of Paris on the table. There are sofas dotted around. Would there be a fire burning, Chris? Is it that? It's been a hot day, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There's a fireplace, but no fire burning in it. And Harvey Lee is in the room.
He'll be sitting, reading a Bible. He'll look up. Oh, so they're arrived finally. And then he'll see Delphine, and then he'll quickly stand up. Hello. He'll walk over, close the Bible, and put it in his jacket pocket. He's a hard looking man in his 50s. White hair and a white goatee, and yeah, and he's rather tall and kind of skinny. He looks a little wild.
Does he look like he's an old vampire, as in been around for a long time? Just based on how he looks like, how he's dressed.
Yeah, he's also dressed with a collar. He's clearly a preacher. He's got a huge crucifix around his neck with a chain, and then you'll even see like a couple of crosses on his black coat.
Nobody took the floor scared of crucifixes, did they, Chris?
I don't know. Did they? Anyone take repose of my crosses?
Wait. I need to check because I don't remember what I put in.
Wait,
Yeah,
is that
that's a flaw, right?
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah,
special?
it's a flaw. I don't think so. I gotta look in the book because I don't remember what I have. Wait.
No, you're good.
I'm good. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Interested.
Also, Harvey's head kind of bobs too up and down, like when he's like idle.
This is NPC animation.
The idle image.
Killian gestures for you all to sit and says, "This is Harvey." Sorry, V, is it Harvey or Harvey Lee? What's he prefer?
Oh, Harvey Lee, either one.
Okay, I'll say this is
Yeah.
Harvey Lee.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Harvey Lee Love. Jesus is love, and so is Harvey Lee. That is.
Ooh, love. Delphine comes up to Harvey Lee and does this.
Oh, hello. He'll even he'll take your hand and kiss it.
Yep, Delphine will
Mwah.
really like that. She will giggle and be like, "You're a nice one. I hope we get time to chat later."
Oh yes, I will enjoy giving you the word of God and also help you on your way. Bye, put away your umbrella.
Of course, I hand it.
Oh, he'll take it. He'll walk over and put it in a slot with like where umbrellas go, and then go take a seat.
Yep, Delphine
So-
will turn around and forget about the umbrella and sit down.
Killian, Delphine, Killian will put a hand out as if to take your hand and kiss it should you wish to offer it.
So, did Delphine see this happen? Because I like turned around and got.
So, yeah,
to,
as you
like,
turn
close-
around, so obviously as you offer a hand, Harvey
Yeah.
Lee will take it in his hand.
Yeah.
So Killian will offer his hand if you wish to put your hand in it for him to kiss.
Delphine will consider the offer for a moment. I think I might need to make a roll here,
What sort of
like
role
a
do you think
resolve roll or something like that, because I want to do it, but it's kind of against like me, you know, I something like that. So if I
Composure
succeed-
plus resolve plus.
Why didn't I tell you what? Why didn't you do something like a resolve plus etiquette roll? How about that?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that sounds exactly like what I wanted. All right, give me a second.
There's a dice pool I didn't think I'd ever have to ask for.
Yeah, does this count as a social thing or not? I don't know.
No, this is more about you than it is about anybody else.
All right.
Is he a man?
Wait, we don't have Black Widow in this one.
Sad.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so with 0 successes, what I will say is you like the you find it hard not to show on your face what you're thinking. So you can do it, but you make it's obvious to anyone looking at you that you're there's a level of disgust going on inside you.
All right. I'm like this, like.
Killian will take your hand and give it a bit of a slobbery kiss, and then gesture for you all to sit down.
At the moment I sit down, my hand goes on the sofa, like kind of stealth.
Angelos,
Kind of.
before he sits down, he goes, "Oh, hello, nice to meet you." And like he shakes like Harvey's hand, like very enthusiastically. How you doing? My name is Angelos.
Oh, nice
then-
to meet you, English. That's one heck of a group that you got there. Nice to meet you. I'm glad that he sent us something strong for the Princess game. And while he's shaking it, he'll even like pat you on the
That's it.
shoulder.
Turn on.
Yeah. Phil
Try not to let you down, Harvey. And he's gonna go around and like shake Killian's hand too.
So Killian's grip is quite strong. He shakes your hand. Nothing comes off. There's no skin left on your hand or anything like that. It's just a normal handshake. He will then go and shake Bruno's hand.
Bruno is seated right now, like he's just seated already on the couch, like he's.
And we'll
against
gesture
his
you all
lap.
to sit.
I can say, don't worry. He's kind of unsociable. Don't worry about him.
Harvey will just wave at Bruno, and then
He'll
have
do
a seat
nod.
next to Delphine.
That's he taken. Damn.
All right,
That's
and
two seats, sir.
I'm gonna sit down.
Okay. Killian will flop into a large armchair. Okay. Introductions over. What do you guys know?
Like
Out of character, do we actually know anything? No.
Not
Okay.
really. You know that you've been presented to the prince, and you've been sent off to go and do a thing, but you haven't really been told beyond joining a coterie what it is that you're supposed to be doing.
Well, I know how to sing. I know how to dance. I'm pretty good at. I look at Angelos the way he does that, and I stop talking.
Yeah. Killian's giving you a kind of flat, dead stare as you talk about singing and dancing. Okay. Harvey, feel free to chip in. Or do you want to take the lead?
Sure, I can do either one. You're vampires now. Y'all know that, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm sad to say that I've been braced for quite some time, even though I'm not very experienced in how things work. Yeah, I was a recluse for a long period of time.
Oh, I was a bit of a recluse myself, but things happen. Well, anyway, his hands will be shaking as he's like gesturing. Well, anyway, you're here to play the prince's little game. First of all, y'all know about the traditions of don't violate the masquerade, right?
Jesus, how old are you?
55. I really don't
Jesus.
know. I'm
55
hard
strong.
with him. What?
55 strong.
Oh
55 strong.
well, yeah. I am a preacher. So yeah, Jesus has to do with that. Well, anyway. Don't let the mortals know about it since y'all know about that. That's great. But anyway, y'all are here to fight with us, alongside us, with some other people. You're reinforcements because we lost our old ones.
How did you lose them? May I ask?
There's a fire.
Negative.
Yeah, and I got
So-
shot in the head. It was bad.
We
Oh.
lost 3 members due to general stupidity and people not listening. Okay? So, we are a coterie. You are now part of that coterie. We are the Warhawks. We had 3 companions. Those companions overextended themselves, got a little bit cocky, and were in a car when a rival coterie boxed them in and set fire to the car. We lost 2 very headstrong vampires, and unfortunately, we lost a very good vampire who just happened to be in the car at the time. So, yeah. There are... The Prince's game is this. There are 3 territories. There were 5 territories marked out. And our job is to make them into 1 territory. We need to be the coterie that brings all the territories together by force, by persuasion, by manipulation, whatever. Our job is to claim all of the land. As I said, there were 5. 2 of those coteries have been eliminated. There are 3 remaining coteries.
So, I suppose we have a lot of information on these other coteries since you guys have been at this for a while, right?
We have a limited amount of information, yeah.
And what does the winner of the Prince's game get? The whole territory?
It gets the territory, yeah.
You get to win.
Understandable.
Isn't that the best feeling?
So you get the territory. Within this territory, you have your feeding rights. You can tell vampires that they can't feed in your territory or they can feed in your territory. Anything that goes on in that territory you control. So we currently... can I share the map, Chris?
Yeah.
I drop this map into general chat. Killian will rummage around on the table, and he will chuck this map onto in front of you. Let me know when you can see that.
Is this your handwriting, Killian?
Yeah.
It is by far the prettiest thing about you.
You just don't know me very well at all. We are... It doesn't say players, it says Warhawks at the top. Yeah, but the storyteller's a dick. So, this is our territory. It runs the length of the Seine. Yeah. And then into the city. It is primarily residential. Okay. To the south of us are 2 additional coteries. They are... Sorry, because I forgot what they're called.
The Revolutionaries.
Revolutionaries and the...
Phantom Court.
Phantom Court.
Can we call them curs?
Oh, that's an E. Oh, okay. It was a G.
Okay. So the Revolutionaries own this down the bottom of their land is the railway tracks, and most of their area is industrial. And what are the called? Court?
The Court.
The Court.
It's the Phantom Court.
The Phantom Court own this area here, and this is largely... Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. It's not industrial. It's not.
It's mostly commercial and predominantly. There's quite a large area of it is restaurants, bars, clubs, that sort of thing.
So what about manpower? How are we doing?
Well, there's us 5.
And they?
And there you go. So, the revolutionaries are led by a man called Gaston, who is a Bruger. He is not a very nice person. He is tough. He is dangerous. You do not want to meet him one-on-one. Within there is a Octavia, Soraya, Victor, and Alistair. So they are mainly Bruger. There is an Nosferatu amongst them, and a Ventru. Those 5 are the revolutionaries. The Phantom Court we know less about. We haven't come up against them as much. They are run by a Ventru called Celine. There is Isabella. Celine, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is Isabella, Balthazar, Valeria, and Remy. They are a mix of Ventru, Toreador, Markavian, and Nosferatu. Okay.
It's equal, basically.
What's that? It's
equal.
So the prince has each coterie set up with 5 people. We started out quite strong. Frederick and Gus were Bruger and Gangrel. They were quite aggressive. They basically put on a strong front, but other groups were less inclined to attack. And Jennifer was wheeling dealing with some other coteries. We weren't involved when the first coterie fell. That was down to the revolutionaries and the Phantom Court, and they divided up their territory. The second coterie fell because we teamed up with the revolutionaries, and that's why we've got this kind of L-shaped territory now, which backs onto the revolutionaries. Yep. Gus and Frederick were a bit concerned that the revolutionaries' tactics were really brutal. And then not long after, the three of them were caught in an ambush in a car and killed.
Do we know whether the revolutionaries did that? Is
Yeah,
there
we
proof?
do.
Oh. Pity. They seem like good allies to have.
Rather, I think we should attack them first, since we know more about them.
Attack them? Please.
Sooner or later it will happen, dear. You heard, it's the game.
Yes, but attacking them? That's not in style. I mean, alright, you were born before style was, like a thing, but... Anyhow, do we have any allies right now, like, or are we at full out war with both of them?
So, our comrades were killed about 2-3 weeks ago. We've heard that Gaston, who was the revolutionaries' leader, had hoped to catch all 5 of us. Was a little bit upset that the 2 of us got away, and has been brooding on it ever since. We are surprised that there hasn't been another attack, considering that there were 2 of us. We are now up to full power.
A brooding man is a careless man. Maybe we could take advantage of that. What do you think, Harvey? You've been quite quiet.
What? I agree. That's good saying. What was it again that you said?
Just what you thought I said. What about you? And I look at Bruno and Angelos.
We need to attack the revolutionaries for vengeance for our dead coterie members.
I agree on the remark, like on the end goal. Not on the motives, but yeah, I think they should be our initial target.
Yeah. Attack and kill them. I don't know what you plan to do. Maybe ask them to death about his umbrellas, but we definitely need to attack them.
If we're gonna bring down the wrath of God on them, what are y'all good at?
That's a good question.
Harvey poses an excellent question. So, as I've already said, my name is Killian. I am Nosferatu, if that wasn't obvious to you all. I'm pretty handy with an axe. I don't mind getting involved in a little bit of combat. Information is my main game. I do favors for vampires in the city. They repay me with information and favors, which I can call in at various times. Harvey?
I'm Harvey Lee Love. I'm playing Tremere. I am the Tremere of the coterie. Nice to meet you. And he'll offer to shake Delphine's hand. Hi, pretty lady. He'll shake it.
Hi, once again, Harvey. So you're a Tremere, right?
Yes, indeed.
So you got some tricks under your sleeves, I suppose?
Yeah. Blood magic. Thaumaturgy.
Quite powerful tricks. Nice.
I guess. They don't let me excel at anything past apprentice for some reason, and they wanted me to come here to play the game for some reason. But I made a friend with Killian, and he's my landlord.
Roommate.
Roommate. I play rent.
This is my haven.
Oh.
Harvey Lee is a welcome guest. Should any of you wish to stay here as well, we can find rooms for you.
Would anyone like a blood bag?
No, thank you. I'm not hungry.
Okay. What about y'all?
Bruno will extend a hand towards Harvey, and say, my name is Bruno, and I'm a adventurer. I really appreciate your offer, but I don't think that it will satisfy me. Probably, I have
Oh,
a weird taste.
yeah,
that.
you have a specific palate. Oh, okay. Well, if you let me know your palate, I'll try to get a blood bag with that particular thing. Okay?
Bruno will
He'll shake his hand.
okay, yeah. After the handshake, he will take the hand and put it in his pocket, like inside his coat, and he will produce something that looks like prescription pills or something. Like he will make the click 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 noise, shake them a little bit. Maybe if you give them these, two of them, one a day and one a night. Maybe after 3 days, I can feed on them.
What are these blood pressure pills?
Oh,
They-
okay. Let me get on that. It's for my private stock. In the refrigerator. Let me go. He'll snatch up the pills very quickly, and then he'll go. All right. So 2 of them in there, right?
There are more, but yeah, one in the day, one in the night for 3 days, and then they will be ready for me.
Can you write that down for me, please? And he'll hand him take out he'll hand you back the pills real fast, and he'll take out a notepad and a pen. Here you go. And the pen's very, very nice too, an antique.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
certainly, Harvey. I'll write it down again, like the same instructions, and I will fold them nicely, and give them both back to you, both the pills and the
Thank you.
notebook.
I'll be right back. And what about you, other fella? And he's looking at Angelos.
Yeah, do you have any vampire blood for me?
Delphine will look at him like creeped out.
Not presently, and you don't want to drink from me, I don't think. But then again,
don't worry about it. Don't worry.
okay, okay. But maybe if we attack the revolutionaries or the curs, then the cougars or whatever the hell they're called, then you'll have your
You're
vampire
whetting
blood.
my appetite.
Oh, all right. I'll be right back. And then he'll shuffle his way out to go to where the refrigerator is to follow the instructions.
Delphine will talk to Bruno.
Does anyone know anything about blood magic? Do you need to chant? Like, is it like with words? Or is it
Are you asking this
non-verbal?
in character or out of character?
In character to everyone else?
Harvey's your man. He might tell you, he might not.
Have you seen him in action? Does he actually speak when she casts?
Out of character, Chris. Does he
Sometimes.
speak when he? Yeah,
Sometimes, yeah.
sometimes. Okay. Yeah, sometimes.
Does he like pick up speed when he attacks, or it's what we see here?
I don't think he's very physical. He tends to stay at the back. So, why don't you tell me about you? What do you bring to this little coterie?
I'm a hands-on kind of guy. I like to get up close and personal.
And what else?
Out of character, like when you make a melee character, you have to decide whether you're like unarmed or with a weapon or something. I didn't get that.
Unarmed is brawl, melee is weapons. So if you are
Okay.
punching, kicking, clawing,
Biting.
biting, then it is brawl. If you are using a sword or an axe, it is melee. If you're using a gun, it is firearms.
Oh, bro's a different skill. Oh, I'm melee, but I don't have a weapon, or didn't put in anything specialities about a weapon.
Okay, so
Is that bad?
you're just used to using hand-to-hand weapons of some description. You haven't got anything particularly specialized, so you can use hand-to-hand weapons.
Just pick one. So I've decided tonight that Killian's going to be pretty good with an axe. And
Yeah.
have various different axes that he's going to use time to time.
I think Angelos would be quite good with ball cue.
Okay, huh? I we need like a stack of them, so I have them in like I hit a break and I pull another one.
Yeah.
I hit a break. Yeah, cool. I'd say I'm decent with some melee weapons. If you got any spare, not
Yeah.
carrying any of them currently on my person.
There's some stuff lying around the house. I'll show you later.
Great.
You can
What
have
about
the
you?
umbrella.
Oh, thank you. What about you, Bruno?
Bruno will get closer to you. Like he will do the same bow that the other two see him do in front of the sheriff, and say, "So I take it you are the leader of the Warhawks, right?"
I wouldn't say so.
Not
Harvey and myself tend to run
As soon as
things
you say
past
it,
each
like
other.
he will raise his head and like peer into you, like what? like in question. So we have no chain of command in this coterie.
Yeah, we tend to work together on these things.
So after the whole game ends in our victory, obviously,
Mhm.
who will get the area? All five of us?
All five of us, we operate the area as a coterie. It becomes our area. The coterie also get a moderate boon from the prince for winning. So we have a large area with commercial, industrial, and residential land, and a moderate boon from the prince. And we run that together. If you want to step up as the leader of the coterie, then by all means, prove yourself the leader.
In your experience, does splitting a huge area between five vampires ever end in a good scenario?
Yeah, it works all the time. Vampires form coteries all the time. They work together. They have your haven is your haven. You can eventually find your haven in your territory, and that is yours and yours alone. While we're new and while we're establishing, I'm quite happy for you to stay here. But the territory, yeah, vampires share territories all the time.
I
There's
doubt
a-
without strong leadership you can achieve anything, but if you say so, you are elder than me, so I'll take your word for it. I don't know how the vampire politics work yet, even though I'm very inclined to learn. And since you asked, I'm more of the discipline, for a lack of better word, type of person. I'm not particularly good in combat. I can talk my way through situations, though, and convince people through other means.
Good to hear. And Delphine?
Well, I usually try to solve my problems without there being a need for a fight, and well, I would say I'm particularly good in dealing with the male population. I don't have that great of an experience with the women, so I will leave that to you. Not you, Killian, sorry, the rest of the population of this country. I find to be very well. I find myself a very good performer, and I try to stay well out of sight unless when I'm on stage. Unless I'm on stage.
Okay. Has Harvey returned?
Harvey will turn carrying a big leather-bound case, and he'll bring it in, and if there's a table nearby, he'll plop it on the thing and then open it, Are these the clothes that you plan on going out in to fight?
He's talking to you
Sorry?
people, not me.
Was it about our clothes? If it's those
Yeah.
are the clothes, yeah, why not?
Are these?
Gotta stay classy. In
Aren't we getting our clothes tomorrow?
Oh, did you like? You will, but are these just your traveling clothes?
I have 6 suitcases that are supposed to come tomorrow.
Six cases? Woo!
Yeah, I
Six
packed
cases of
light.
clothes?
I packed pretty light this time. There's only 6. Like, yeah,
Oh,
if you have any to spare, I would appreciate it. I can fill my I need a wardrobe. Killian, could you spare one for me, please?
There are plenty of wardrobes dotted around the house.
Thank you.
yeah. But do you fight in all them clothes?
I fight just like this. I show the white dress.
Nice.
Delphine, I think what Harvey is trying to
Excuse
say
me for a moment.
is
You're
that
welcome.
one of his talents is to place a ward on an item of clothing you wear. Anybody not excluded from that ward, who touches you suffers damage. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty useful.
So what he's asking, ladies and gentlemen, is there an outfit that you would normally wear in a combat situation, or if you were out to fight someone? Bear in mind, you don't want to wear what you're wearing when you go and see the prince, and then shake his hand, or he grabs you to tell you something, and you inadvertently harm the prince. So it's a double-edged sword. You need to make sure that you're wearing it in situations that you only want to wear it in, where you don't want anyone else to touch you. That makes sense.
Can we exclude the coterie members, for example?
You would need to ask Harvey. He is the sorcerer of the group. I don't understand it.
Harvey come back with carrying 3 robes. And he'll start passing them to everybody. Here you go, Miss Delphine. A pink one because you're pretty. And 2 blue ones for you 2 shits. I should turn around and ask to give you to go somewhere to get privacy, Miss Delphine. That way you can change into that. That way I can ward your garments.
Oh,
For
thank you. But
battle.
aren't we all vampires here?
We are, but that's not very ladylike. I mean, I will not look. I am a man of God, so yeah.
All right then, Harvey. Just for you, I will go out and change over there.
Oh, okay. Here, let me show you where, or you can just roam the house because I think you could pay rent to Killian since he's like the lord of land here. His establishment.
Pay rent to Killian? Didn't he just tell us the house is free for us to stay for now?
Oh, that has to do with hospitality rules. You can stay here for 3 days. Oh, 3 nights. And then after that, you have to pay rent.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess we'll discuss the rent in 3 days then. I throw a side eye towards Killian and think about how I would pay rent.
Killian was sat back waiting for you to take all your clothes off, so he's a bit disappointed that you, for Harvey's sake, you've decided to go somewhere else. He was a bit, that's a shame. Harvey,
Yes.
the clothes you've already warded for you and myself.
Huh?
Can you add exemptions for our new coterie members?
Of course. I've already taken off those poor unfortunate souls that departed the mortal coil and are now in heaven. So yeah, I can add them. Certainly.
Okay. I'll be back. And Killian will go and excuse himself.
Also, do you want to ward any weapons or things that you don't want other people to touch?
Well,
Just as an aside, guys, V wards your, let's say your sword. Okay, if anybody grabs the sword, yeah, they will suffer damage. If you hit them with the sword, they don't suffer damage. Yeah, they have to physically touch it. It's not enough for you to touch them with it. Does that make sense?
They have to touch it
They
with
have-
intent. So they have
Yes.
there has to be an intent for them to touch it. So brushing against it by accident doesn't count. And you making them touch it doesn't count. But if they were to reach out to grab, for example, your sword, and it was warded, they would take damage off of it.
Can we decide like who is excluded from this, or do we have to tell Harvey?
Harvey decides.
Like-
Tell Harvey. Yeah.
Harvey's the one that decides.
Okay,
you
then I
can
don't want.
you can talk to Harvey about exempting specific individuals if you wish, but ultimately, because Harvey is casting it, Harvey is the one who has to make the decision.
Yeah, so I have to like tell like my intentions to Harvey.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
so
Nope.
Harvey, I'm really sorry, but I really love this blue robe. Like, it's obviously pretty, but I can't wear that. Do you have anything leather, maybe?
I think Harvey wants you to wear the robe for your modesty, while he puts the ward on the clothes you're wearing. I don't think he was talking about warding the robe.
Right.
Mm,
Unless you want
wow.
to take an air bath, but then you have to, while you're taking the air bath, you have to be somewhere else.
Or
Yes,
not.
we
We're
have
all
the lady.
vampires here.
What does
I
this
thought
even
I
mean?
thought the sheriff and ask for 3 new fucking vampires.
I don't know what it means.
You could
Okay.
try. You could try phoning the sheriff now if you like.
These are fuckwits. Can I have some more?
You hear a dial tone.
One of them thinks we're fighting in blue robes.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I
That's
could try. I could try to cast wards while you're wearing the clothes, but that might not be too good.
You can try. You can do it on my dress first. I went out, took off my dress, put the robe on, went back into the room, and I'm handing the white dress to Harvey.
All right. Well, ladies first. So that's be great.
Well,
He'll-
Angelos says, well, since I'm not a lady, and he's not like just take off his suit there and his pants there, and he's gonna give them off to Harvey,
Okay.
and he's gonna wear the blue robe.
Important
Delphine
question.
approves.
Important
Yeah.
question. Is he going commando?
I don't know, like, is it like lore important?
Yes.
Yes or no? No, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
mix it up.
is my Ventru like the Ventru supposed to go commando? Like, is it like a?
No, he's just being a dick.
I mean,
So-
like, are you
You know what?
exerting your authority on everyone by just like dropping trow and showing off your junk?
I'm not commando, but minor were pretty warm. There's like the hole where one of my butt cheeks are, right there.
Nice.
That should exude confidence, because you know
Yeah.
he didn't care. He just didn't.
Are they tighty whities?
Hell no. Angel's
No,
got
they're
some like nice
loosey
gray
gooseys.
ones, you know.
Well, Delphine approves the taking off clothes in front of everyone. She approves.
And is it one item that you're doing, V, or is it do you do it on suit, jacket, and trousers? One item.
Yeah, one item. So it'll be two like different things. So
So you take your pants off for no reason.
Yeah, take my
I don't-
pants
Oh,
off.
no,
and
no,
everything.
you can recast the ritual on multiple items, but each
Right.
cast of the ritual only does one item at a time.
It needs to make a statement.
Mm.
so
Okay,
And
Go ahead.
be right back. You guys continue. I can hear you.
right. So Harvey will start stacking things into the fireplace, like throwing logs and stuff like that into the fireplace. Killian, can you start a fire while I do these first part of the words?
So Killian is entering the room at this point. He's got a long sort of trench coat with a hood sewn into it, and he chucks it over to Harvey and says, "Go on then, add these 3 to that,
Okay.
and I'll start the fire."
Right. Make sure that it's blazing. I need a lot of ashes.
Okay.
Then he'll reach in and he'll pull out vials, and then he'll start cutting it. He'll cut his wrist and start pulling his vitae into the to the vials, and he'll fling it onto Delphine's dress like a drop, and you'll see it absorb, and then he'll start an incantation in Latin that I'm sorry about. Out of character, I don't speak Latin, so he's just like mumbling while he's doing. I mean, this will be
Is
Turbis
Angelos
Serum.
like drooling when he sees the Vitae? I wonder.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's missing. We will keep wondering then.
Yes.
I mean, he's a vessel,
Yeah.
so I don't think.
All right, he's drooling while naked.
So that's roused of the blood. Now this will be that. You said I get +4 because of the house. Correct.
I don't know what the ley lines of the house give you. In all
Okay.
honesty.
Oh, I see. I understand where you're coming from.
Right.
I didn't understand what you meant, but by that before. But okay. 1 second.
Okay. No worries.
I don't
He'll
think
just
it'll be +4V because he's a tight bastard. No.
Paradox Wiki.
E pluribus iurdum. Victus corpor diem.
Okay. What did we go for?
It's Zelios 5 is the thing.
Oh, in okay, Zelios.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sheets.
398.
I'll be right back.
Oh, in the main rulebook.
Yeah. Just says ley lines have other powerful magic effects, secrets you can research along the lines the story you tell it indicates. And your fellow sewer rats are harshly punished disclosing anything about such secrets. So all that Harvey knows is that when he sleeps in the house, he is whatever you decide. His magic is stronger, easier, whatever. But he doesn't know why. And if asked or pressed, Killian tends to be a bit evasive about the answer. V, if you sleep here overnight, when you wake a rouse check in the morning, you roll 2 dice and take the best result.
You can have
Nice.
plus 2 dice.
+2 dice to rituals.
Yeah.
Okay.
While you're performing them in this haven.
Gotcha. So I rouse the blood to get an extra dice, so that'll be 3. See how it goes. Nice. You are 9 successes.
Jesus. It's like way more. No, never mind.
Well, yeah, it's 2 10s, so that's 8.
Isn't it like +2 or something? I don't know. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Should be 10 successes. It doesn't calculate the critical properly.
Right, that's the only bad part I had to pay attention to.
Plus another 1 because you got success on the hunger as well.
Right, so
it's
11 dice.
11 successes.
gotcha.
Who's that being done on?
That's Delphine's dress.
Okay, make a note of that, please, Delphine.
Yeah, how many? I should just write 11 successes.
11
Yeah,
success
Ward.
ward.
Ward against ghouls, 11
Yep.
successes
Okay.
That
On
means
equipment.
on your dress.
that means if a
Yep.
ghoul
I mean,
deliberately touches your
where-
dress, they'll probably get vaporized.
Where is that exactly in details?
Yeah, just make a note somewhere on your character.
Wherever it makes sense for yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's notes section of details. Just stick on there.
And then who all do you want to be able to? Well, if you have a ghoul, then your ghoul can touch it. So and then, yeah.
Um. Yeah. So I'd like my maid to be able to touch it.
Oh, of course. Just
Be right back, guys.
She
When you-
washes it along with my other 535 dresses.
Ooh, okay. Well, when she arrives, just let me see her, and then I can include her.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're
Seraphine will
welcome.
be here tomorrow, probably.
Oh, that's such a pretty name. He'll walk over to where the ashes are, and he'll take out a vial. And while it's like still hot, he'll scoop up the ashes, and then he'll run over and pour the ashes onto the dress and smear it onto the dress, and then also put some of his vitae on the ashes as well. And then he starts doing another incantation in Latin, and then this will be for the ward against Canaanites. He rouse. Oh, I get hungrier. Oh no.
Oh.
Then let me go ahead and do this one. Three successes.
All right.
So make a note of that on your character sheet as well. Ward against
Yep.
K-Knights. Who do you want to make immune to that, Harvey? You can do yourself automatically, and
Right.
you can add up to your occult rating and additional people.
Right, which will be 4.
Which would technically mean you could do the whole coterie.
Let's say the whole coterie except Killian.
Okay, just make a note of that.
Yeah, I will.
And then he'll, after he's done everything,
The son
Yeah.
of Phil Beef extends.
here you go.
Bumper.
And he'll pass it out. If you want to, go ahead and get changed in the next room and come back.
Yeah. He doesn't
You-
know. Wait, we need to tell him, or should we not tell him?
No.
Is that funnier? All right. So yeah, I will take the dress. I will like start taking off the robe, then realize and put it back on and go outside.
If Harvey sees you about like the disrobe, he will cover his eyes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot. I mean, we're all vampires here, but anyway,
Stop saying that. Holy
because
fuck.
it's in character.
Okay, who's next?
Is this safe for you, Harvey? It looks pretty demanding of you. A lot
Oh.
of blood.
Well, don't worry. I got butt bags in the refrigerator. So if I start getting really hungry, I'll excuse myself and go get that, a butt bag.
How many blood bags have you got in the fridge?
Good question. I like to think
20.
that they keep it stocked. Maybe like
How about
12?
how about you roll a d10 and we'll decide how many based on that number?
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
It will be
1 D10?
Yeah.
10 plus 2.
Oh, 2.
You
Well,
got 2 whole blood packs.
yep. We needed to make a run.
a run. Is there a hotel nearby?
How about you look at the map?
Well, I did. Most of them look to be in other people's areas.
It's all French to me. I don't know.
Let's see. Well, I guess the hospital will do.
It's the hospital.
Yeah. Maternity hospital as well.
Right off the creamery.
A lot of fresh dads waiting there. I mean, fresh blood bags.
So, are you still certain about the thing after your roll, or?
Oh no, Harvey will do it. I mean, the worst thing can happen is he frenzies. It'll be fine.
Okay, then, since you can do only one thing, right? Bruno will just take off his coat. You know, he still has a shirt under it. Like he will fold it nicely and properly, and he'll present it to you, if you please. I'd really appreciate it. If you can
Certainly.
work it.
Whose items was next before? He'll like add it to the pile, like you know.
In answer to your question, Sarah, no, you do not have any hotels in your domain.
Damn it.
They're all
I think,
just over the border.
I already
Killian
gave
had
you.
thrown you some stuff.
I've already given you my code, right?
I
Yeah.
Because I got
got you.
naked for no reason. I think.
Oh yeah, okay. Well,
I mean, you could go over the border into somebody else's domain and try poaching.
Aw,
and instigate a fight. So you know. Well,
That's alright.
whoever's stuff is next? I almost
Me,
said Tobias. Harvey Lee will begin on it. So yeah, and I'm not gonna
My-
repeat this stuff. So yeah,
Harry,
do you
my
want
stuff.
your coat and pants?
Yes, please.
Okay. We'll get started.
Like out of character, how
Yes.
like in a combat, how will you differentiate between if they touch the pants or the coat?
Maybe it's not the combat. Maybe it's through the narrative. Like someone, grabs you forcefully by
I mean,
your.
yeah, okay, obviously, but in a combat, won't this be more useful? Like obviously useful in a combat, someone tries to punch you.
I don't even
like-
know how vampire combat looks like, so I can really, me personally, can.
I get a distinct feeling you're going to figure that out relatively quickly.
I'm gonna fight Sarah.
And if you don't, I mean,
Why?
I'm going to be asking the question: are you being a pussy?
No, don't be.
Doesn't
Okay.
count.
Never.
So
Amen.
for your coat, Peter, it is 4 against ghouls, and then against Canaanites, 8.
Mm.
Who does does he exclude
Sorry.
someone?
Do we even have Kenneths around?
Us,
Yeah,
no?
yeah, vampires.
Of Kenneths are general vampires, not like the apostates or whatever the fucking.
No. Canite is just a word that basically means vampire. So
Yeah,
you'll
it's-
hear the words vampire, canite, and kindred used interchangeably.
Oh,
The same thing.
I confused them with the Sabbat or whatever. Never mind. Sorry.
It's fine. Who all do you want to exclude from taking damage?
My dear coterie, don't want to harm them. They're on my side.
What a beast.
Harvey Lee will nod and then close his eyes and touch the coat, and then he'll hand it back to you, and he'll get started on the pants.
Storyteller?
Mm.
Wait, I forgot what I wanted to ask. Sorry.
Cool.
Great.
Good story. Nice chat.
It's spelled out like checking your hearing. Can you hear me? Storyteller.
No, I
I
actually
hear.
forgot.
I hear you.
Good one, storyteller.
That is a messy critical, isn't it?
Yes, that is a messy critical.
What does that even do?
No, it's not messy critical. It's not critical.
Oh, okay.
That's just successes. If you rolled another
Right.
10, I mean, if you want, you could spend a willpower point and re-roll some of your failed dice and see if you can get a messy critical.
Nah, that's fine. That's 7 for your pants against ghouls.
Messy critical.
I
is great
forget.
for blood sorcery.
Yeah. Also, I do rouse for the rituals, right? Or is that electable?
You'll need to rouse. Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure.
So 7 against ghouls and what against Canaanites?
Harvey will excuse himself and go get a blood bag and spawn it.
Here we go.
So,
Is that a
about-
zero? What is it?
how many dots does a blood bag? 1. All right, he's at 2 after he slurps it down, and then he'll rouse. Oh no! Back at 3.
That's what you want.
The out character, does Killian know what your feeding type is?
Yeah,
Does
you
it
know
have
he's
to be,
he knows that he's a bagger,
so
so-
it has to be bags.
right? Well, that's what he prefers.
Your feeding type doesn't necessarily indicate your what you. It can cause you to,
Right.
but it doesn't necessarily fix you on that.
So that is that 8 or is that because of all the criticals?
That
1,
is
2, 3, 4.
fucking hellfire. So that's going to be 2 of those 10s will count as 4 successes.
Gotcha.
So that's 2 extra successes. So that's 7. That's 10 successes on K-Knights.
Gotcha. And then he'll, after he's done, he'll like hand him his pants. Here you go.
So that's 10 against Canaanites?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Basically,
Thank you very much, Harvey.
vampires trying to undo your trousers are probably going to get vaporized.
So if I'm trying to eat on a vampire and they just touch on my pants, they just explode and I don't get to eat. I'm like starving.
If they accidentally touch, it doesn't count. They have to actively be attempting to touch the item.
Cool.
Like if they try to sneak up on you and grab you, with the intention to grab your pants,
If
then
the
it'll be
balls.
bad.
Try and grab you by the balls, they'll probably get vaporized.
Yeah.
My chastity belt. Nice.
Bonds of steel.
All right. And then it was Billy. The next in order was Killian.
Yeah.
What items did you have?
So Killian's got like a trench coat with a hoodie sewn
Okay.
into it, and all he wants you to do is add an exclusion for the rest of the coterie members.
We can
Okay.
we can assume that that's done.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll touch it and then hand it back to you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then now he'll work on Bruno's stuff.
Cool.
So he'll like
My coat. Yep.
While this is
This is
happening, Angelos will go off and try to find a sword of some description. Because she remembered she has a specialty in swords. Because out of character, Peter forgot to pick a specialty about
A
anything.
sword in 2025.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Edgy.
axe is so modern, yes. Sword is so old school. I'm in France, dude. I gotta use a sword.
Philip, is there likely to be any swords lying around in your place?
I mean, Killian doesn't keep an extensive armory, but bits and pieces that he's picked up, he prefers melee weapons, so there will be a couple of swords, maybe a couple of rapiers. More easy to hide swords, so short swords, rapiers. You know, there aren't going to be any sort of great swords or broadswords or anything like that. That they'll be fairly small. Does that make sense? And there'll be one or two dotted around somewhere.
Okay, I'll grab one.
Will there be any daggers lying around?
Yeah, there's probably a few daggers lying around.
Alright. If I see
There's,
one
there's
lying
probably,
around,
there's
I will
probably
grab
one
it.
room. If you're following Angela around, there's probably one room with a collection and assortment of various stabby, slashy items chucked on a table somewhere.
I'll get the shiniest dagger I find.
Okay, it's going to be a
Okay.
challenge.
you'll notice that now Harvey Lee is starting to bleed from the palms of his hands and like his forehead, like Jesus. And then he'll get a little bit embarrassed, and then he'll run out of the room to go get a blood bag.
The other one left. Like the last blood bag.
The last blood bag.
Yeah.
So let me do that.
Chris,
Back at 4, now he's bleeding again.
This is a great way to start. Go on.
Has
Yep,
Killian
yep.
has Killian ever procured blood bags for Harvey? I'm thinking stealth and hospitals, and would you have done that before?
I imagine so. I mean, now you can tell that he's like really bleeding profusely, like the stigmata, and is that a messy critical or?
That is a messy critical, yes.
I gotcha.
And what was that for?
That is for Bruno's coat.
Bruno, can you write on your character sheet
Yeah.
that is worth 9 successes, Ward versus K-Knights, and can you put in brackets next to it messy for me, please?
Okay.
And also add who do you want to exclude from touching you?
Well, the Cotter members, basically. Do I have anyone else like any spare spot? Like because I heard it's based on your occult or something, like the people I can pick, or did I misunderstand it?
You did. It's 4, including Harvey.
So it's basically capped. It's the maximum. Like if I pick everyone, okay, yeah. So yeah, the Cotter
just
member.
like ward against ghouls. Decide 4 ghouls that you want to like exclude. Usually your ghouls, or if someone else. That's something y'all can decide later.
Yeah, maybe can I decide later, or is it now?
You can
now
decide
I
later.
don't think I have any ghouls.
Don't have any rules.
And how many successes was it for ghouls? 5.
Yep.
Killian,
Mm-hmm.
can you tell me, are there any rules regarding feeding in our area?
So, other than the traditions, other than not breaching the masquerade, you can go and feed where you want in our area. It's our domain, so you may freely feed. I think what we might have to do is go and get our friend here, as he's done such a tremendous favour for all of you, is maybe go and get him some blood bags while he recovers.
How do we get blood bags exactly? I'm sorry, I've never done it before.
Well, there is a hospital in our
Oh.
domain, and I would suggest that maybe we go there and try to procure. Let's make it a little bit of a competition, yeah? Let's have a look at our combined skills or our individual skills, and let's see who can get the most bags for Harvey without causing a fuss or killing anyone. Yeah, but using your skills of persuasion, seduction, whatever you want, stealth. Why don't we go and see who can get some bags for Harvey?
So
Think of it as an initiation.
Can we fill the bags, or we have to like actually steal real bags?
Well, that would rather depend. Filling blood bags is an act that requires a certain level of medical knowledge because it's effectively phlebotomy. If you have a certain level of medical knowledge, if you make a medicine check, you could stick a needle into somebody's arm, and you could drain blood off from them into a blood pack and fill them yourself. If you don't have any knowledge of how to do that, or rather, if you fail at making the rolls, then your next best bet would be to steal pre-existing ones.
I see. Okay. How about, would it be easy to get a medicine check if the source of the blood is sleeping?
Is it what, sorry?
If the human that we are draining is sleeping, would it be easier to pass the medicine check?
Is it easier to pass a medicine check if the person you're trying to take blood from is asleep?
Yes.
Does your knowledge of how to do medicine get better if somebody is asleep?
I mean, they're not moving, so in some way.
Sure, but your knowledge of how to do it doesn't necessarily get better just because they're not moving.
Out of character, I have these specialties that, like, I have a specialty called Identify Vital Points from the medicine skill. I mean,
Yeah, basically,
would that help?
You just have to make a medicine check, and if you have specialities that would associate towards, I would be looking for like phlebotomy or something like that as a specialism. Then that would add extra dice to your roll.
Okay.
For identifying vital points, probably not so much, because that's not really what it's intended to be for. But if you had something like blood transfusions or phlebotomy or something like that, that would make sense.
So maybe so when I said identify vital points, what I meant originally was like see, know where the arteries are, veins are, like stuff like that. Maybe I didn't write it.
If that's what it is, you probably want to phrase it a bit better. But yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine if that's what you want.
Yeah, like basically that I know like how the human body works is in where all the organs are exactly. That's the idea. I don't know if that's a specialty. Maybe it was not that good, but it was what I wanted.
I mean, what you're describing there is the medicine skill.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want
specialty
to
would be
like
a
be
particular
able.
part of that. So something like phlebotomy or blood transfusions would be a specialism of medicine.
Definitely not lobotomy. It's more that like I know exactly like basically I see a human, but I know that like how they are on the inside. I know where all the organs are and stuff without having to, search for them.
That's called the medicine skill, Sarah.
All right, we'll figure it out then.
I know
on
where
the
the heart and lungs are inside the body. That's not a specialism. That's the general skill of medicine. But when I say phlebotomy, I don't mean lobotomy as in brains. I mean phlebotomy as in taking blood.
Okay, I didn't know.
Phlebotomy is literally that's when you go to a nurse to have a blood test or something like that. You go to a phlebotomist, and they are a specialist in taking blood.
Okay. Well, I'll figure it out then.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. Who fancies a trip to the hospital?
Me.
I would love to go.
Sure.
Shouldn't we all go?
Are you staying here, Harvey? Or are you going with?
I could come with you. I'm getting closer to the Lord as we speak, but I know I have to stay in the car because they don't want to know that I'm a saint since I'm so close to the Lord.
Understandable.
Okay, I will lead you all through the house, and towards the back of the house there is a garage, and in the garage there is a fairly beaten up blue van. There are 3 seats in the front, and some bench seats in the back. And Harvey will jump in the front and fire up the car, and gesture if you want to jump in the car.
I'm gonna.
Shotgun.
I'm gonna sit in the front.
I already said shotgun. Didn't you hear me?
What does that
Well,
mean?
there's 3 seats.
It means you get
Shotgun
shot
means you
in
get
the back seat.
shotgun means you get the seats basically, but you can
Okay, I
fit
mean, there's
3
3,
across
right?
the. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sit
But-
next to Angelos and let him be in the middle between Killian and I.
Okay, I'll go to the back then. To the bench.
Yeah, Harvey would be in the back. You'll notice that he's, if every chance he gets, he's like putting a valve under his vitae to try to collect it and then put a stopper on it. So he's like keeping busy.
Philip, I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
You obviously know your domain as per the map. Whereabouts within the domain is your mansion?
Good point. Have a quick look.
I'm imagining it's on the right-hand side of the domain in the larger area.
So, the piece here, D19 down to D909. Yeah, that's the bit that we've recently acquired, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not in that bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see where basic fit is?
Yeah.
Yeah, stay fit.
Yeah, it's up in the top corner here, kind of around basic fit and the sports field. It's in one of these areas here, so not
Okay.
a million miles away from the Seine, not a million miles away from the hospital. To be honest, if I'd thought about it, we probably could have walked there, couldn't we?
It would be
But
funny
it's-
if we were in the mosque.
I was
And-
about
What's
to
going on?
ask whether Harvey minds if we feed in the mosque, or
Or
that's
near
like,
the mosque.
or that's
Feed
like
where you want,
out
yeah.
of his
Or you want to
jurisdiction.
feed in the mosque? Oh, so like a Muslim preference.
You can feed in the mosque if you want. You can feed anywhere in the domain.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think because of Harvey's condition, we'll still jump in the van, and I will drive us to the hospital car park and park up away, and say, right, let's say meet back in an hour.
Meet back? What do you mean? I don't want to go alone.
It's a
Right,
test.
Stay in the car then.
No.
Well, would you
Someone
like to
go
go
with
in
me.
pairs, or would you like to go individually?
I'm sorry, but being a psychiatrist, like, it would suit me to go alone. I think you would impair me.
Okay. Off you go. And
Yep.
it's not Angelo, is it?
Angelos.
Angelos. Angelos.
Yeah.
Would you prefer to work alone or as part of a team?
Let's team up. Why not? Get to meet
Okay.
you a bit.
So, why don't you and Delphine pair up?
Great. I walked
I
in
think
the
that's
other one,
what he
didn't I?
meant.
I prefer to work alone. Meet
Okay.
back in an hour.
Sure.
I should stay here
sure,
in
Killian.
the van.
I think you should stay here in the van, Harvey. Yeah. You've
Sure,
been
Killian.
bleeding a lot.
I'll
let's
babysit the lady for you. It's fine.
Okay. Let's meet back in an hour and see who's got the most blood bags.
Alright. The moment Killian leaves, I turn to Angelos and I tell him, "You just won lottery, you know. We're gonna get the most bags." At
Do
the
you
end of
realise
the
your
day.
bags are split in half because there's two of you? Just saying.
Doesn't matter.
Go with God.
I don't know if you want to do individual people at a time, Chris, or
Chris, we split the party. Be more excited,
No,
please.
that's okay. No, I'm happy with that. I'm perfectly happy with that. So let's go. First of all, I want to go to Bruno. Bruno, give me a general idea about how it is you're attempting to acquire blood packs in the hospital.
Okay. Generally, like, you can check the character sheet for details. Like, the general idea about my character is that I also took mask for it.
Yep.
Like, that's kind of how I was thinking. Like, that he's actually working in a clinic as a psychiatrist. Also, I should be kind of known, like, in the medicinal circles, maybe. So I don't know if, like, I won't go as far as implying that this is the same hospital, but people probably should know me, like, in that hospital. Like, all doctors know each other, like, in real life as well. So I probably, go through the front door and basically say that, we actually have some limitations. Like, I need to take some provisions. Like, we will give them back to you at some point. Like, basically mask it as we want it for the hospital,
So
the other one.
So you're basically going and directly asking for it,
Basically, yeah.
and you're trading off of your reputation.
Asking them as a favor, let's say,
Okay.
Like,
All right, do me a manipulation plus leadership roll. You can have 2 additional dice
okay.
that you'll get from both your mask and from another merit on your character sheet.
I can't put extra dice somehow, right?
When it comes up, when you select the attribute, afterwards it will say bonuses or
okay.
whatever.
modifiers.
Modifiers, just add 2.
I think I did it right.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, no problem at all. So you collar a member of staff, probably a nurse, and you explain who you are and what it is that you're after, and the fact that you need some assistance. And they and hour about it for a brief second and say, look, we know everything is a little short at the moment. Give me 10 minutes and I'll see what I can sort out for you. She will disappear off and she'll come back a little while later with a polystyrene box, a small polystyrene box that has 2 blood packs in it. I'm afraid it's all we can spare at the moment.
I'm certain you can spare a little bit more than that. Should I go talk with someone higher up? Is it outside of your jurisdiction?
It's not so much that, Doctor. It's more the fact that we have a limited supply ourselves. As you have a limited supply, so do we have a limited supply. It seems strange. We don't seem to have a great deal of supplies of blood at the moment. I don't know if there is a limited supply coming in the first place, or we're using a lot of it, but we don't seem to have the cash that we normally have.
Yeah, sure, things are like that.
And something in your brain suddenly goes, hang on a second, you got a member of your coterie who feeds from blood packs, and the local hospital doesn't have a lot of blood packs spare. Maybe there's a good reason for that.
Is there any way to check for lies in this system, like insight was in the?
Sure. There is in fact an insight trait. You could do a wits insight check. It's not checking for lies as much as looking at body language, so it won't necessarily be 100% accurate.
Can I see like if she's maybe if she's overstating things? Let's say, can I get a general idea?
You can make a wits insight check.
So you want insight and
wits.
Wits, you said. Okay.
Okay, you look at her body language. She doesn't seem to be. You don't believe that she is. She's not exhibiting physical signs of lying to you. She's obviously tired, and a little bit exasperated, but she seems genuine.
Okay. Okay, why not? Okay, how does compel work?
I had a feeling you were going to go down this route. Excellent. With mortals, you don't have to roll any dice. And compel, I believe, is a level 1 discipline, level 1 dominate, so it doesn't even cost you a rouse check, so you don't even get hungry to do it. You just, with mortals, you tell them what to do. Relatively simple commands with compel.
Yeah, bring me blood back.
And,
okay.
and they don't have any choice but to do it. Mortals are always fall victim to these abilities. They don't have any resistances generally, unless they're special.
But do they remember it?
Yes.
Is the question.
Well, they'll remember that somebody told them to do a thing and they went and did a thing.
Unless you have cloud memory.
Unless you have a way to make them forget.
Do you?
I didn't take that one, to be honest.
Only if you got per double summon, Mr. Psychiatrist. Get fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Let's see what the consequences are in this game.
Okay,
let me
so
go for it.
What I need you to do is tell me exactly what it is that you're saying to her.
Okay. I'm going to tell her. Bring me all of your blood bags. Everything you have in the fridge.
The fries in the bag.
Okay. Her eyes glaze over slightly as she looks into your eyes, and you say the words, and she turns and marches off down the corridor. A few minutes later, she comes back with a much larger polystyrene box, which has another 6 blood packs in it.
Okay.
She hands it over to you, and then she kind of shakes her head a little bit, and the glassy expression in her eyes kind of fades. She looks a little confused.
I shove into her hand the smaller one with the 2 blood bags that she presented me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you for your effort. This will be greatly appreciated, and I will talk to my higher ups. We will bring you back, we will return the supply you just gave to me at some point. We have shortages too, but don't worry. I think we can give you 6 blood bags relatively soon. So thanks for your help. You've been of great help. Have a good night.
She nods and looks a little bit somewhere between confused and slightly upset.
Yep. And I'll march towards the car with the 6 blood bags,
Okay.
the big one.
Perfect. Angelos and Delphine, tell me, how is it that you are attempting to acquire blood packs in this hospital?
First, out of character, how many blood packs worth is one person? Say, from life to death.
It's not quite as straightforward as that. So normally you can take 3 hunger points from a person, and they'll survive. If you take 1, no great shakes. 2, they'll probably feel like they got a bit of a cold. 3, they'll be pretty ill. After that, they're not likely to survive. Usually it's about 5.
So 5 blood packs per person killed.
Yes.
Alright, so
It's gonna go great.
so, Angelos, would you tell me how far do your morals go?
Pretty far.
Pretty far as in you're quite a moral person yourself, or quite a immoral person?
Yeah, I'm pretty moral.
I see. Well, that makes this a little bit more difficult. But anyway, I wonder whether this hospital has a freezer area. I don't think the others will think of that. You know, emergency
I don't
ration.
know. I think I'm like the smartest of bunch, but I think blood is supposed to be in a freezer. Usually, no.
Usually in the fridge, no?
So they is it another do they actually freeze blood?
Delphine, would you like to make an intelligence plus medicine check?
Yes.
I thought you meant fridge, but do they actually freeze blood?
Yeah, that's the question. Let's find
Hope
out.
that's in character.
No, it's not the card actually. Then.
Oh, that's a 1 double, right? So it's I did it. And I
Okay.
think it has 1 double, so it's 5, right? They're just asking for future
No,
reference.
it's 4. So the
It's 4?
the
There's a 10.
10s only count if you roll 2 10s. That counts as 4 successes.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay,
1
got it.
10 counts as 1 success, but 2 10s counts as 4 successes.
Okay, got it.
And then in
Alright.
multiples of 2.
Okay.
Excuse me. So you will know that most blood that is used in hospitals on a day-to-day basis will be stored in refrigerators. But you're quite correct. They do freeze supplies of blood. They don't traditionally keep blood in the way that you would normally do it. They normally separate out into white blood cells and red blood cells and keep them separate. So there is a process for recombining them that doesn't cause it problems. but you could get the raw materials from a long-term freezer storage. That is different from the normal blood that would be used in the hospital on a day-to-day basis.
Since this is a maternity hospital, I assume there would be more of that, but I guess not.
No, there might very well be. I mean, it's not unreasonable to assume that they would have longer-term storage of blood, particularly less common blood types.
Right. So then back to in character. So thinking about, so Angelos, we have an easy way and a complicated way. The easy way is we tell someone to give us the blood bags and I tell them to forget about it right afterwards. Can't do both. Or we can just, kind of take them by force. You seem to be good at that.
I have no idea how to turn their blood into blood bags.
Out of character, will my potion medicine skill help with this or not?
Yeah,
or maybe
you would make a medicine check of some description obviously you'd need an empty blood pack and a needle. You could find those in the hospital, and you could extract blood from somebody and fill blood packs up, but it would require a medicine check.
Okay. What else are you good at, Angelos, except fighting?
Enduring you?
I don't think that's out of character.
No, it's
We just
actually in
met.
character.
We just met.
No, I had to survive the drive to here.
Yeah, okay. So, what are you good at, Angelos, except combat?
I mean, I'm very patient.
Except that. Do you have any particular skills, specialties, abilities?
I
are you
have
adventurous
a
good
very
at?
keen eye. I'm like good at noticing things, spotting things.
I mean, we could always go to the parking lot. I can seduce some guys, and then you can hit them in the head. We can drain them dead. But I don't know if that's what you want.
Could do that. I don't mind.
Oh, really? But your morals would
I
stop
mean,
you. or
morals
something.
are very like wide term. Like could be me, and I have my morals, but I don't mind procuring some blood from some mortals. As long
Alright.
as you don't kill them, behave.
Well, all right. Where could we find some empty bags, and will anyone? Well,
Why don't
Will
we go
anyone
ask the
give me-
hospital for empty blood bags?
oh yeah, sure. I'm sure they'll give us those. I'll take care of asking that. Let's go find someone.
Cool.
So, tell me what your plan is, because I'm going to extrapolate this into some basic roles.
Okay, we're gonna go to the hospital. She's gonna procure a lot of blood bags, empty ones,
Empty.
like the materials needed to extract blood and put it into blood bags.
Mhm.
Alright,
That's the first part. We'll see after that. I have some more ideas. Let's do that first.
and then we will go. Maybe
I have another idea.
go on, like
Angelos, how about this? Maybe we don't have to do it by force. Maybe I can pretend that I urgently need blood, and you can get people to donate.
you urgently need blood.
Yeah,
in,
I can act it
in
out.
the hospital, and they're gonna give it, not the hospital.
Well, yes, maybe. Why not?
Are you talking?
I don't
about,
think that's gonna work.
Are you
That's-
talking about?
Alright, we're
Hang on a second. Are you talking about using dominate to compel somebody to give blood?
no. I was talking about using performance to act like I'm dying.
No, she's going on about in a hospital. Pretend you need blood, and the guy will say, "Oh, I'm gonna give her blood." No, don't say, "Okay, you're in a hospital. go ask them for blood. We're in a
Alright,
hospital.
we're going with the first plan. It was better. Alright, we're going with the first plan, which is going to the underground parking. And
Yeah, is there an underground parking? Yeah, we're gonna go
Sure.
there, like
says there is. I checked.
Yeah.
whack some
Okay.
idiots and
Yeah.
Okay.
what we do in poker basically when we lose, we go to the car park. You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
same mentality.
Yeah.
The poor bastard just lost at poker and he's wandering into the car park and these two are like,
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
Here's
I'm
a
alright.
1,000 V-bucks. Go back and play.
Right. I want
Okay.
2 rolls from you then. I want 1 roll from Angelos of a strength plus brawl, and I want 1 roll from Delphine, and I would like that to be a dexterity plus medicine check, please.
For which part? Taking the bags, or do we not have to roll that?
You don't have to roll for that. You can walk through the hospital and acquire bags. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
What we'll do is, I'm imagining you're going to do this. Are you going to do this to
I-
one dude and
okay,
drain him dry, or are you going to do this with multiple people and leave them alive at the end, or what?
No, because Angelos doesn't want me to kill them. I don't have a particular problem, but Angelos doesn't want me to kill them. So what I'm going to do is go to the parking lot and try to find 3 guys, and I'm going to. I will not compel them to do anything. I will try to, like, flirt with them so that they focus on me, and then Angelos goes behind them, hits them in the head, and then I take 3 bags each.
Okay.
That's the idea. So how many rolls? We
Okay, right. I'm just going to do this as a nice, simple situation, right? I imagine you're causing a distraction, right? You don't have to make a roll to cause a distraction. What you're doing is perfectly fine. I am
Right.
going to need a strength plus brawl roll from Angelos, right? And what number of successes that you get on that will determine how many of them you manage to get into this situation.
Mhm.
And then I just need a dexterity plus medicine check to extract the blood from them. And you're saying you want to take 3 hunger points from each of them. So you'd
Yes.
effectively have 9 blood packs by the end of this if you're successful at this in the first place.
Yes,
Cool.
that's
So
the idea.
Angelos, first thing I want you to do then is a strength plus brawl roll, plus any specialisms that you might have with regards to this.
I mean, I have a specialism, Brawl Kindred, which I assume it doesn't come into play here.
You are not
Okay.
going out of your way to catch vampires in this situation, unfortunately.
I'm pretty weaker than vampires. Like, come on, man. Like, okay. And yeah, okay. When it says modifiers, do I put anything in there?
Not unless you don't need to in this circumstance.
All right.
Maybe,
Great.
maybe you have a. Maybe you have something in your blood and in your details that would help you. Wait, no, where is it? Sorry, in Chronicle.
Do you have any merits or anything that might help in this situation?
Yeah.
I'm beautiful.
That doesn't help you beating the shit out of people, unfortunately.
I'm
Also
stunning.
Also
Wait.
remember that you can rouse the blood for an extra die.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can rouse the blood, so you can. All of you at any point can do a rouse check, and if once you've done that, you can add 1 to any one of your attributes for a scene. Any of you can do that at any point. Rousing the blood, whether you're successful, succeed or fail at rousing the blood, doesn't make any difference as to whether or not this works. It just dictates whether you get hungrier or not.
I just want to ask something else. Or I didn't roll now. I'm not gonna rouse.
You
Whatever.
can, if you want to rouse, you can just roll an extra die. I'm happy for you to do
Yeah,
that.
we didn't know.
It's alright. It's alright. I'm done. But I want to ask, like, I have like a extra blood potency. Doesn't really come to like here. Doesn't do anything.
You've got extra
Or-
blood potency.
Yeah, and I'm like at 2.
You're at 2. 1 second, let me just check that real quick because I can't remember.
I think probably it affects rousing the most, from what I remember.
Probably does.
Why don't you rouse though? We didn't even know about this before now.
Yeah, go for it.
Is-
I'm
I'm gonna get it to 0. I'm gonna rouse for no reason. I might get hungry or something.
So what? You're just gonna eat.
Eat what? A vampire? I need to eat a vampire.
Yeah,
like-
it doesn't make a difference to the blood surge, which is the rousing the blood. With blood potency of 2, it means that you heal quicker and you get extra dice on disciplines.
Oh, so it doesn't really matter here.
Not in the case of blood surge, but you can if you want to rouse the blood now. I'm more than happy for you to do so, and you can just roll an additional die and see if you get an extra success.
Do it so we can get 3 humans.
Arouse, look.
Yay!
Okay, so you
That's a good thing, right?
succeeded, so you don't get hungrier. So now just roll an extra die.
All right.
And
It didn't do anything.
No, that's fine. No,
let's move on.
no, it's
Holy
fine.
shit.
It's fine. It's fine. It's useful to know how this works. So you managed to catch 2 dudes, and you managed with 4 successes on your medicine check. Is that 4 successes? It is 4 successes on your medicine check. You managed to extract 3 hunger points from each of them, so you have 6 blood packs.
Okay, my turn.
Good enough. No,
yeah.
no.
Or
What's
is
your turn? We finished. We got the blood.
Don't I
packs.
need
What
to
else you want?
roll something?
You
Okay, I
rolled
thought I needed
medicine.
to roll.
Oh, is that?
Oh, no, oh, wait.
Oh, that's your old medicine check.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
Griefed.
yeah. Make it. Sorry, my
Nah,
apologies. No, you're
no,
right.
Sarah, you griefed.
No, don't grief. I'm just,
You're supposed to be a scumbag vampire. Like, take the freebies. Come
yeah,
on.
in character,
Make a
not out of
dexterity.
character.
Make a dexterity plus medicine check.
All right. Before that, I want to rouse.
Good. So, perfect. So you don't
Yeah.
get hungrier. Excellent.
I want 1 extra point in dexterity.
Perfect. And that'll last for a scene.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. So it's dexterity medicine.
So when you make your roll
Wait.
now, when it asks you for modifiers, you get an extra +1.
Yeah. I also have a question. Do I get an extra +1 for my specialty in medicine of identifying vital points or identifying? Well, we didn't figure out exactly what, so we can do it now. You
If
can
you
tell
want to
me.
narrow it down to something like blood transfusion or phlebotomy or something like that, I'm quite happy for you to do so.
I want to narrow it down to identifying blood flow, like which are veins, which are arteries,
Sure. Okay.
stuff like this.
Yeah.
Can we have that?
Yeah. Make a note of it. That's fine.
Blood
That
flow.
would count.
Flow. There it is. Okay. So I get 2 extra. 1 from the extra dexterity
Yep.
and 1 from this. So specialty adds 1 die, so I remember for
It does,
future reference.
yes.
Right? Alright.
Okay. Perfect.
Alright.
Yeah.
got
I was looking for 2 successes on that roll, and you got 4 successes on the roll, so that's perfectly fine. No problem at all.
So we get 6 blood packs
You get
still?
6 blood packs.
Alright.
Unless you want to take a few more. You want to take a bit more from them?
I look at Angelos like this, and I'm like, are you sure you want me to keep both of them alive?
Yes. So we don't have any trouble, like, on our first night here. It's fine. It's not really a competition that you need to win. 6 is plenty. We might have gotten the most anyway. You know?
Hmm.
Well,
Can
it's
I-
three each, so probably not, but yeah.
So if I like bite a little bit one of the 2 guys for myself, will that kill him?
Yeah. Well,
Might.
if you bite for 1 hunger point, they're probably not going to survive. But if
Okay.
you feed them down to 0, you'll go to hunger 0, which is a good thing. You won't be hungry at all. That's a good thing. But killing them will give you a stain.
Alright then. This is what it is, they're gonna stay alive. I take the 6 bags, I give them to Angelos to carry. Nice.
Safe
Where's
and
my
secure in the
dress?
knowledge that he isn't going to bother drinking any of them. Excellent. Good thinking.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I don't know that, right? Like, I don't know Angelos is a vampire
I
lover.
mean, I said in front of everyone that I asked the past here if you guys like some vampire blood.
Alright, in
but
that
it's
case,
not
yeah, I
really-
give you the packs. I'm like, alright, here, they're safer with you than they are with me.
It's just me and you here, so it's either you drink them or I drink them. And why would you give them to whatever? You know what? Let's move on.
Okay. Killian.
Sent you a message.
Oh,
40 minutes. I can go.
well, sorry.
Um,
Sorry, I was a little bit busy, dude. Running rope that
I-
game.
I just need to make a quick rouse check.
Yep, that's fine.
No success. I get fucking hungrier. There you go. Just call me Killian, the hungry fucking vampire. Right. Okay.
I need you to make another roll for me, though, please, Philip.
Who? Okay, what do you want?
I need you to make a wits plus awareness.
Okay. One success.
While you're doing what you said, what you've just messaged
Yep.
me, towards the end of that, as everything's all coming to a close, and you're moving back towards the vehicle, still covered by the things that you've mentioned, you notice somebody watching you.
Okay.
There is a very pretty blonde woman in a quite an attractive and modern looking long red dress, and she's watching you.
Do I know who it is?
She has a kind of half smile on her face. You kind of recognize her, but you're not sure. You don't know who she is. You've seen her before.
Is it Isabella?
That's a fairly good bet.
Okay. Do I think she can see me?
She's watching you.
And as I move around, she's tracking.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're moving back towards the car, she's tracking, and she kind of like, she's her hands are open and by her sides, and she, as you're moving towards the car, she starts moving towards the car as well, like she's moving to meet with you.
Okay.
But her body language makes it look like her hands are open and she's not concealing anything.
Okay, so I'm moving to the van.
Mm-hmm.
Harvey's in the van.
Yeah.
Where are the
Yep,
rest
yep,
of the coterie?
They're making their way back.
So we're all making our way back to the van.
Yeah.
Okay. As I make sure there's no mortals about. Yeah, and I will drop the obfuscate. She can clearly see me anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so I will drop the obfuscate and walk to meet her.
Okay. So the three of you who are outside of the van will become aware of the fact. The three of you who aren't the person I'm about to have a conversation about, the other three of you will become aware of the fact that Killian is there. It's not like he suddenly appears. You're just aware of the fact that he is there, and he wasn't a moment ago. And you can see him moving towards a lady that's moving in the direction of the vehicle.
Killian will also have his hands out, unarmed by his side, mirroring her gesture.
Go on.
Can I drop I'll give the blood bags to Harvey. I'll give him the box with the blood bags. Here, Harvey, you can have this. Take care of yourself.
Thank you, son. Thank you, my child. He'll snatch it real quickly and start drinking them.
By the way, do you know this woman over there? The one Killian is
What?
gonna talk? There? I'm pointing towards the...
Oh, Criminy. It's Isabella. Out of character, is she the revolutionaries
No,
or the...
she's
Phantom Court.
She's the as far as
Figures.
you're aware, she's a member of the Phantom Court, and she's the one who tends to be their diplomatic envoy.
I have a question out of character. It's kind of important.
Go on.
Isabella, does she have beautiful or stunning traits?
She has stunning trait.
All
She
right.
is
In
prettier
that
than you.
case, she's not actually. I have stunning traits too. But
Course.
this
She's
is
blonde, so-
important because the moment that Bella sees Isabella, was it?
Isabella.
Oh, sorry, not Bella, Delphine. Sorry. The moment that Delphine sees Isabella, she will immediately dislike her.
Okay.
Immediately get mad.
Yeah.
Also, after I want to get down to 1 hunger, so I'll drink the appropriate blood bags.
Yeah.
Then I'll lick my hands and then even my feet. That way I can close up the wounds.
As soon as you get down below hunger 4, the wounds will start to heal by themselves.
Excellent.
Angelos will go and say, "Here, dessert," and give him the other 6.
12 blood bags out of today. You done really well.
Yeah.
So
All you've done is left
Bruno
2
gave him
people unconscious and feeling really ill in the car park and stolen all of the blood supply from a hospital. Good work.
I like
please,
this.
I gave them to.
Playing Vampire the Masquerade, okay?
So
We didn't kill him.
Bruno gave him 6, and he drank 3, so he's got 3 left.
Yeah.
And then the 6, so 9.
Yeah.
I like to think that he got like a little ice chest for the blood bags, and he's like, "Oh, thank you," and he'll put the rest of the blood bags that they got in the ice chest and close it up, and then close it and everything. And then he'll get out with like his hands like this. That way, he's not trying to antagonize Isabella.
Okay.
Okay, so are you moving towards Killian?
He's at a place where he could see Killian, and he's basically in front of like the van, but he's positioned himself, so just in case he has to do anything.
Sure, then
But he's not.
we
But
leave
he's
them alone? You think it's better to let them negotiate on their own?
It's important just to stand by just in case something happens. You never know. She's a talk. She likes to talk, but sometimes that can change. I don't know. It could be an ambush, but it's important to kind of have the car in between you, and then kind of if you can hide or whatever. I don't know.
Angelos,
Depending on what you can do.
If she's alone, is anyone hiding?
Okay. Make a wits plus awareness roll for me, please.
So excellent thinking, Bruno. I need to see if I can see anything that's hidden around.
Okay. You're not seeing anybody else lurking around about the place. That's not a guarantee that there isn't somebody hiding, or further out at a further distance than you can see. But you're pretty confident in the immediate area. She doesn't have anybody with her.
Okay, cool.
I would like Harvey Lee to do Sense the Unseen to see if
Sure.
there's anything.
Okay.
I got you.
Do you have to make a roll?
Let me. Yeah, I need to rouse the blood. And of course I get hungry, but hey, this is the name of the game.
We got blood bags for days now, so
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Can you make a resolve plus Auspex check, please?
Oh, I thought it was wits and Auspex.
Wits and Auspex if I make you make the roll.
Oh, okay.
If it's a hidden roll, and it's resolve plus Auspex for if you're actively searching.
Oh, okay. Then let me re-roll that then.
Out of character, does Angelo's character have that black thing around his aura? As we talked about last time.
Have you got the ability to see auras?
I mean, I have Auspex, so maybe that's the one, right?
Scry the Soul, level 3 is what you need.
Oh, I thought you said... okay, then no. I don't have level
Scry the
3.
Soul enables you to be able to see people's auras.
Oh, okay. That was a level 1 skill. Whoops.
gotta kill that aura.
So you had two successes.
You don't see anybody hidden using Obfuscate. You're pretty confident there isn't anybody, unless they're like really good at it. You're pretty sure that you don't see anybody hidden.
She's alone.
I turn to Angelos and say, "Are you hungry?"
No.
Damn it. I could have helped you with her. I don't like her.
Maybe some other time.
So she
Alright.
she walks towards Killian and stops about 10 feet away.
I will stop. I'll stop to maintain that 10 feet gap.
Mhm.
And I shall say to her, you appear to be a little bit lost. Your domain is slightly south of here.
Forgive me, Killian?
Isabella,
Isabella.
my apologies.
Forgive the intrusion. I thought it prudent to make contact with you, as previously I would deal with Jennifer, but she has been unfortunately taken from us.
Yes.
Celine thought it would be best if we were to maintain some kind of diplomatic connection. I apologise for entering your domain. We didn't quite know how to reach out to you otherwise.
What do you have in mind, or what does Celine have in mind?
Initially, I had a good relationship with Jennifer. And Celine and I are a little upset at the fact that she's been taken from us. It rather upsets the apple cart somewhat. We would like to maintain a friendly relationship with your coterie.
Out of character, does Killian have any knowledge of this friendly relationship? Did Jennifer ever mention it?
Jennifer probably would have mentioned the fact that she had contact with the Phantom Court, and you know by reputation that Isabella is their face.
Okay. So are you proposing some sort of non-aggression pact while we deal with the revolutionaries?
Perhaps let's talk and build a relationship first.
Okay. Where'd you propose?
I mean, here. Now.
Okay.
Unless you have other business you want to attend, we could arrange a different time.
I just wondered if you wanted Celine here. That was all. If you're here to talk, then please carry on.
Celine is very happy that I am the one who normally makes contact and builds relationships. May I approach your coterie?
Yeah, why not? I will back away. Obviously, I'm going to turn my back on her, but I will back away towards the coterie and say to them, "This is Isabella. She is from a rival coterie, the Phantom Court, and she would like to talk to us."
Rival
It is
coterie, indeed.
It is.
We would prefer the term different coterie.
So you're not playing the Prince's game where someone has to take over all three coteries? All three domains?
We are indeed, in the same
Right,
way that you are. However,
a rival coterie.
However, we don't necessarily think that has to happen through violence. It can happen through negotiation.
Can we hear
I'm
this?
all ears. Yeah. I brought her into. I brought her into the group, if you like, and introduced her.
The moment she mentions the negotiation, I make like a nod that she can see, and I smile at her with my red face like this.
So the rumours are true. The prince has seen fit to bolster your numbers. I'm glad. I was concerned that the revolutionaries would return and finish the job that they started with your other coterie members, so it's nice to see fresh faces. She looks at Delphine.
Delphine smiles and says, "It is wonderful to see you here as well. I have a feeling we will become fast friends."
Are you the new Jennifer?
Well, I doubt that Jennifer could match either of us in beauty, but I am definitely not as experienced as she is, although I aim to become.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, my dear. That comes with time. What's important is that we build positive and working relationships with one another going forwards, and it's important that we have people in both of our coteries, in all of our coteries, that are capable of handling such things. It's good.
I'm all for diplomacy.
It's good to see that your coterie has somebody who can act in that stead.
I'm flattered. I will try to meet the expectations.
And you have 2 new boys.
I'll extend a hand for a handshake. I'm Bruno.
She's about 10 foot back from you guys.
Okay,
Like
okay.
she's while she's talking to you, she's keeping back and keeping her hands out to her sides.
Okay.
There's obviously a level of paranoia involved in this situation.
Okay. No. I'll just announce my name from the distance. Yeah. Name's Bruno.
Hello, miss.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to dealing with you all in the coming times. Perhaps we can arrange something less formal for our coteries to engage with one another. I'm sure there are things that we can do to help one another. As I say, while we are engaged in the Prince's game, we don't think it necessarily has to come down to conflict. Negotiations are perfectly adequate solution, and it may be that our coterie or your coterie has the upper hand in that. We're interested to see how that pans out.
Perhaps we could spend a pleasant evening in each other's company. Like, let our two not companies, coteries mingle.
That's something Celine suggested as well.
Oh, a like-minded soul. Lovely.
I think it probably prudent to explain that we are less than impressed with the revolutionaries' actions of late. Their brutality has proven them to be nothing more than animals. Celine wished for me to pass on her respect to your coterie and her sadness for your loss.
Thank you.
If there is anything that we can do to assist you, please let us know.
How can we reach you? How about we establish some type of contact now that we're here?
Yes, of course. She reaches, she has a little clutch bag. She opens it and she takes out a business card. She looks at Killian and takes a tentative step forwards.
I'll step forward as well and reach out to take the card. So I'm guessing she's reaching out and I'm reaching out. So there's still a space between us, and I will take the card between 2 fingers.
Yeah. Once the exchange is done, she takes a step back to her position.
And I'll mirror that. Yeah.
You kind of get the impression that she's doing that partially because she doesn't know how you're going to react to her and whether she's walking into something that potentially could be dangerous, but also as a way to communicate to you that she means you no harm.
Yeah. Fair enough. Once I've got the card, I'll hand it to Delphine.
Oh, thank you. I've actually already had my hand extended, like asking if I can have it, so that's perfect. We read the minds. I will take the card, I will look at it for a second, and then I will poke at it.
The number will go to a voicemail. I will ensure that it is checked regularly. If you could leave a telephone number on the voicemail, we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Perfect. And then I turn to Killian. We do have a phone in that beautiful house of yours, do we?
Of course. Yeah.
Yes. It will be done.
Talking of your house, it will probably not surprise you to know that we have eyes across the domain.
Mm-hmm.
Celine would like to extend an offer to assist in its renovation, if that's something you're interested in.
I'm quite happy with the house the way it is at the moment. It's not something I would want messed with.
If you change your mind at any point, please let us know.
I will do.
Killian enjoys his house to look like he does.
No doubt it has its function.
It certainly does, yeah.
Well, you know what the Lord says about, like, pride, don't you? So, you have to be humble.
It's alright, Isabella. They can't see it, but I understand. Not everybody has the eye for beauty.
Isabella smiles. The Phantom Court aren't good with that sort of thing, I'm afraid. It is our sin.
Well,
Out of character, does that mean that like they're all vain?
She's talking about that then they're not good at being humble.
Mm. Oh, okay.
I hope it is not imprudent of me to ask. Do you have desires on engaging in some kind of revenge attack against the revolutionaries?
We are considering options at the moment.
Would your considerations be aided if the Phantom Court offered our aid?
We'd add it to our thinking. We are as you've just seen, we've got a relatively new pack. So we need to determine what we will and won't do in the next few nights.
It isn't.
We'll be in touch.
It isn't our specialism, but we have people who are physically capable, and Celine wished to let you know that our agendas could be aligned in this area.
Understood. And if we decide to take direct action, we'll let you know.
She nods.
I got the number.
Good. Unless there's anything else, I'll take up no more of your time. Please reach out to us if you need anything, and let us know if you have some free time and wish to engage more socially. Perhaps we can find a location on the border of our two domains, somewhere a little bit more neutral. That would be less offensive.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. Have a beautiful night, Isabella.
And deepest apologies for invading your territory without invitation. Again, we didn't know a better way to make introductions.
No, we get it. There's no offence caused.
Then I bid you good night.
Good night.
She nods and takes 5 steps backwards facing you until she's a good distance away, and then turns and walks away.
Okay. Watch her walking away. Is she walking towards a car?
As she walks through the car park. Yes, she walks towards the car on the other side of the car park.
Okay. Make a note of the car, make, model, reg. Just for future reference. Just in case we see it.
It's a
You
black...
don't have to tell me what it is.
Oh, it's a black Porsche.
Right.
I bet you can
Just
guess what the registration number is.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, just in case we see it in and around the domain again.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Well, is she out of earshot now, like fully?
Yeah. I
Completely?
mean, you see her get in the car, and you'll see the car drive out of the car park.
Alright. Well, I doubt they're actually so naive, but if they are, this will be an easy picking after we're done with the revolutionaries.
We should
I,
take
d-
the
I
bait.
don't think they're that naive either. Let's jump in the
Yeah.
van, get back to the house. Good job on the blood, guys. Different methods, but good job.
And how much did
Yeah.
you get?
What's that?
How many
No,
hot dogs did you get?
I was just watching you three, see what you did.
Amazing. Well, I should get down to planning a party. I guess we're partying with the Phantom. What did
Phantom
she
Court.
say? Phantom Court.
I don't
Yeah.
trust them.
Of
No.
course. I don't trust him either, but hey, I mean, she can be a snack for you, and I'm sure they have a snack for me too. She mentioned something about strong men or something. Yeah. Anyway, I guess more about that tomorrow. I keep looking at the card.
I will jump in the van. Are you okay now, Harvey?
Yeah, I'm a lot better. My meditations of the Lord and everything, and then the blood really helped me. So yeah, thank you all, bless you all.
No problem.
Alright.
If everyone
You know,
jumps
hop
in the
in
van,
the van.
we'll go back into the house.
I get into the van.
Okay,
Yeah.
drive back.
By the way, well, I guess that's a good time to ask. So I have a kind of relevant touchstone. Like, I don't know, does it? Like, okay, not touchstone. Sorry, conviction. I mean, like the conviction is called crush the competition. Okay, so supposedly I am competitive. Does the
Conviction.
how this turned out affect or give me anything or remove me anything? Like,
No,
I don't know how it works
no,
exactly.
you've
with
identified what
conviction.
your competition is, but like the conviction is more about your actual actions more than anything else.
Like maybe if I, for example, if I failed utterly to produce any blood bags, maybe that would. Okay, then it would come into play. Like, how could it come into play in this
Yeah, he's
scenario?
talking more about the blood bag competition, not
Oh, I
not,
see
not
what
the
you
other.
mean.
Yeah.
See what you mean.
Like, does it
I mean,
play?
He won because we got 6 between me and
I
Delphine.
mean,
Yeah.
So it doesn't give you anything.
okay.
If you had lost, then that might have we might have been had to have a conversation about gaining stains for failing your conviction.
Okay, yeah.
Does
Yeah,
he not
because the
get
character is a
willpower?
lot about impressing through competition and stuff
but
like that. So,
it could
yeah.
potentially give you benefits. So, for example, where that would be useful is, let's say, for example, you have a situation where you've got one of your competitors in the game in the Prince's Little Game, and you decide that you're going to outright murder them. Ordinarily, that would get you stains for generally murdering people, right? But you could make an argument to say that your conviction is crush the competition, which would mitigate against the amount of stains that you would get.
Okay, so basically, it's mitigating damage, not getting any straight bonuses.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And it could mitigate it down to 0.
Yeah.
Depending on the situation. Sarah.
Does seducing and then killing people give me a stain if I am a siren?
Does seducing and killing people give you a stain? Sure. Does seducing and feeding on people give you a stain? No.
Yeah, well, like, by accident.
I mean, whether it's accidental or intentional dictates.
After all,
it dictates how many stains you get. Outright murdering people normally will give you a couple of stains.
But what if what if not murdering people in that case would be being a pussy? Since we have the rule.
Then you might gain even more stains.
Alright. I'll think about it.
I mean, do you think that would make you a
Alright.
pussy?
Depends on the situation.
It does depend
If
on
they-
the situation, yeah.
Yeah. So now, like, are we home?
Sure, yeah, you arrive back at the house.
Remember, vampires don't sleep, right? They meditate.
During the day.
They don't
Like
meditate either. When the
Uh.
sun rises, you lose consciousness, and then immediately you wake up again. For you, no time passes when the sun is in the sky. As soon as the sun goes down again, you immediately wake up, and as if no time has passed.
So when we arrive, I say, "All right, well, to be polite, I guess we have to wait at least one day to call. But what do you guys want to do? This," and I pick up the card, and I'm like, "This could be fun."
I told you we should me and you agreed. Like I'm looking to Angelos that we should take care of the revolutionaries first, right? And now we have a golden
Yes.
opportunity to do that.
But what if
Which-
they're planning stabbing us in the back? What if she was out here to find, like, to bait us into a way to finish our coterie off?
We are
How
planning
about-
to do the same to them.
Yeah, exactly. Like after we're done with the revolutionaries, we stab these ones in the back, and we try to make them trust us or make them think we are stupid or that we are friendly, which we are neither, and then stab them in the back when we get the opportunity.
That woman was smart. Like she knows what's up, you know.
I am more of a straightforward persuasion of keep them guessing while we take out the revolutionaries.
The revolutionaries were a tough bunch. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
And you bet they probably tried this first on them, but they
Could well have
didn't agree to help them kill us. So I think we should take them up instead.
I'm fine getting outvoted. Is this what I think we should do? But
I mean, we could also pretend like that we are trying to make plans to kill the revolutionaries and then just get rid of them while doing the plans and then deal with the revolutionaries later. I mean,
I like this
You know,
idea.
if we make, say, a party or something, or a meeting, I don't know how you guys call this here, I'm still quite young. If we make like a meeting with them, but make sure that we have some type of advantage, for example, them having 2 female vampires might tip the scales on our odds physically, we could overpower them. Tell them that, there will be a
Right.
party and there will be 3 members or something.
if you make a move towards the Phantom Troop and it doesn't go well, then we'll have 2 very posed against us coteries in the region.
But it's gonna go well. We have you. You're literally like a warrior or something, right,
No.
Angelos?
I'm of the favor of keeping them guessing, keep our relationship is lukewarm with one side while we take care of the other one that we're already engaged in.
I don't think they want to keep it lukewarm. I think they want to do something, either in the positive or in the negative. Else they wouldn't have given us the card and come all the way here and risk their member.
They've offered to help if we
Yeah.
strike against the revolutionaries. Now, what that offer of help is, we don't know. They've
But
already
they are-
said
They
they've already
can't.
said they're not a physical bunch. Apologies. Carry on.
No, it's okay. I just want to say they probably can't take care of the revolutionaries by themselves either. That's why they offered to help. So they're not going to stab us in the back until at least half of the revolutionaries are gone.
But we don't know
So,
what their offer of help entails. Is it physical? Is it more? Is it less tangible? Is it more information? We need to know what they're prepared to offer
Mhm.
before we make plans, and we don't necessarily need to tell them what our plans are.
Exactly. So
yeah.
what you said, we need to meet them, see what their plans are, perhaps lie on our side. A couple of us that are good at deception should meet them, or more. Actually, I don't think we should go with less than 3 people to that meeting.
I don't know.
Call for the revolution bit.
I don't know the revolutionaries as well, but if I was in the revolutionaries' shoes, I messed up the killing blow, but the enemies are pretty weakened. I'm gonna lure them out with the other coterie by making a deal with them to lure out the remainder force of the ones I almost killed. This could be totally a bait. That's why I'm of the opinion keeping them away while we deal with the open front. But that
So
is
we
opinion.
could open negotiations. We could start talk to them, see what they were offering, say that we were planning something. We could then just go ahead and do it without their help. Yeah. We could
What?
run some fakes to see if it's a trap. We could try various different things.
But what would we do against the revolutionaries if we're not going to team up with the Phantoms?
Ambush them.
So, yeah, ambush them. See if we can get one or two of them on their own, much like they did with our coterie. Find out what their plans are. See if we can get any information on what their plans are.
Their leader is a man, right?
Yeah.
Perhaps I have an idea of how we could lure him out.
Oh.
Perhaps-
What do you got planned?
Well, perhaps I could offer sort of the same thing that Isabella offered to us, but try to, well, rely on different means than just pure diplomacy.
You will try to offer them a hand in cooperation. The guys that almost killed our coterie.
Well, we were not there when that happened. They might not know whether I have beef with them or not.
I don't think that's safe for you.
I don't think that is going to work.
Well, okay, guys, if you have better ideas, go ahead. I don't know, like ambush them. Ambush them how? Do we even know where their house is?
We know where their territory is. We go there, we spy, we find someone, we jump them. Right?
Are we that good at that as a group? I look at Harvey.
I'm sorry. What is it, little lady?
I don't think we can stay hidden, even
Oh.
by ourselves in our own like area. Isabella found us. Don't think we are that good at subterfuge, or at least not all of us.
Oh no, I'm bad at lying. I don't believe in it. It's a sin. So I always sit up and tell the truth.
Anyone else here good at like sneaking,
I
subterfuge?
could sneak around. Any K-Knight with the right skills can see through sneaking. I suggest I give me a couple of nights to pull some information together, see if I can find anything out, and then maybe we go and then meet with the Phantom Court and see what they have to offer.
So while you search on the information about the revolutionaries, other people talk to the Phantom Court? Is what you're saying?
Or we all go together. We have a couple of nights to get used to the place, and then we all go together.
Yeah,
Or
sure. I mean, we can
one
keep
night?
the 3 days rule. Since we just got the card, I'll call her in 3 days.
Okay. Let
And
me
then
ask a
talk about
question of you, Philip.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the telephone in your house?
It's in the hallway.
Okay.
What period you set this in, Chris? Is it 80s,
Modern.
90s, modern day? What's
What,
the
like
ruling on
now?
mobiles?
The ruling on mobiles, collect in the Camarilla?
Yeah.
No mobiles.
Okay.
No mobiles? We can't use mobile phones?
Yeah, just like I thought so as well. It's a house phone, right?
The Camarilla have put a rule in place that basically says no one's allowed to use mobile telecommunication devices. And the reason for it is because there are very organised hunter organisations who are capable of tracking mobile telephones and can use mobile telecommunication systems in order to be able to can hack them in order to be able to break your communications and potentially identify who everybody is. So no text messaging, no internet use, no social media use, no mobile telecommunications systems.
All right.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Well, I would like to know who here would be interested in going to the meeting with the Phantoms, in case there is one, in order to talk.
Sorry, Chris. Just to cut across. Apologies. Yeah. So it would be there'd be a phone, a standard cordless phone in the hallway. There would be another handset in the room where we all tend to meet.
Cool.
Where the maps are.
Okay, cool. Well, that phone starts ringing.
I should answer it.
Here's my camera do that.
You went all blurry.
I know. Keeps doing it.
It was an improvement.
I will go right next to
Yeah.
Killian and listen.
Don't make me
Listen,
kick you.
like on the other side.
Don't make me kick you.
I will listen to whatever the person inside the phone is talking, like this from the other side.
Inside the phone. Okay.
Okay. Anachronisms. Excellent. Don't understand how telephones work. Excellent. There's a little man in there.
Are you a gnome?
The phone rings.
Should I answer the phone?
I'm not answering that. That's of the devil. No.
I'm listening right next to Killian.
It's a female voice, kind of a deep female voice. Is this Killian?
It is. Who is this?
My name's Octavia. You may have heard of me.
Oh, I've heard of you. Yes.
Firstly, I would like to personally offer my condolences. I was not personally involved in the unfortunate incident that your coterie was victim to.
Part of the coterie. You're involved. Carry on.
I was not personally involved.
Okay.
My coterie, or members of my coterie, engaged in a brutal attack on your coterie members. I was not physically there. I did not condone it, and I offer my condolences. I am not thrilled with Gustav's leadership. I do not wish to stay with this coterie.
Okay.
I appreciate that might come as something hard to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have long to talk to you this evening. Gustav is currently busy. I don't particularly have a burning desire for him to find out that I'm talking to you. He is distracted by the failure to wipe out your coterie in one swoop. He's been moping for nights, and will probably be moping for a few nights more before he decides to act. You have at least that long. You should be prepared.
What is it you want, Octavia?
I want
I
out.
can't. I can't get you out. The prince has assigned you to a coterie. The sheriff has dropped you there. You could talk to the sheriff or the prince, or is your plan that we kill the rest of the coterie for you?
That would be very nice.
You say Gustav is distracted. Distracted doing what?
Moping.
Okay.
He broods. He considers his barbaric act to have been a failure because he didn't get you all in one go. He's currently distracted, destroying something, a vehicle, I believe. That won't last for very much longer. I have a proposition for you. I would like to meet with you to discuss. This is going to be a little bit more complicated than we have time for over the telephone. There's a metro station on the border between our domains, Mary de Clichy. It's populated. There'll be a large group of people there. Somewhere I think both of us can reliably feel safe.
Is that down the side of the train tracks, Chris?
No, it's on where the map is.
Yeah.
Where it says Clichy in the middle.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
That's
Yeah.
exactly where it is.
Right. Okay.
So it is in between all three, right?
It is. Yeah, it's right bang on all three. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
I
location
will-
that Jennifer and I have met at previously.
I will whisper to Killian, ask if she is also talking with the phantoms.
Have you approached the Phantoms with this request?
Not yet. I don't believe they're ready to move on the revolutionaries yet. And I
Do you
wouldn't be
think we might
massively
be-
surprised if you were intending on engaging in some revenge. I wouldn't blame you if you were.
When do you want to meet?
As soon as practicable.
What time's it, Chris?
Let's say around 11.
Got plenty of time, yeah.
Mhm.
We in late May.
Yeah.
Mid May.
Yeah.
Same sort of time as now, yeah.
Mhm.
So we've got until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
For turn up now. Okay. Obviously, I can't call you back.
No, I'll need you to tell me whether you want to meet up now. I'm sorry, I don't wish to put pressure on you, but I can't get away to the telephone
Okay.
frequently.
We'll meet up tonight. Or do you need another
No,
night?
tonight is fine. Just tell me when.
Hours time?
Fine. I will be alone. I will ensure I am not followed. You can bring with you whomever you wish.
Okay. We will see you there.
The phone goes dead.
How about we call our new friend as well, and we do like a nice little three-way meeting.
That's possibilities.
Why would you do this?
Because I think we could see if, like, they have already made some type of plan. It would show in when they meet. Wait, let's wait for Phil.
You can keep talking.
Yeah, I
More
mean,
of the
it's-
question is if the rest of us know, if he shared what the call was about,
Well,
or if we were
Sarah said
able
that she
to
was standing
read.
close by and listening, so we can assume that she at
Yeah,
least
yeah,
knows,
she knows.
and can have passed it on to everyone if she decides.
yeah, I will tell everybody everything that I heard.
I think this is a golden opportunity.
I mean, she could be lying as well, so
Everyone can be lying. You're
Yeah.
too cautious about these things. Like, we're all lying. Don't worry about it.
yeah, well, yeah, but I doubt that she's actually coming alone. First of all, that would be way too reckless of her.
Well, at least it's a public place. I don't know about all of us getting in the car though.
Huh. Wait, is there no space in the car? I didn't
Oh,
understand.
yes.
I think he's referring to the misfortune that I had the last time I was in the car and go into like a type of thing.
Oh, the fact that 3 other members died?
Yeah.
I see. Maybe we can go by metro. Still works, right?
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, they can track that.
What's a metro?
I don't think it's that far.
I mean, we need to meet at a metro station, right?
I mean, you could walk it in an hour.
Yeah, so perhaps maybe we can act like we are only 1 or 2, but have everybody else along. Like 1 person can drive the car, or 2 drive the car, go there in case someone's following. Everyone else by foot or metro, and watch from a distance. Angelos, you said you have a keen eye, so you can watch the situation with your keen eye from far away. And Killian, you're like hiding whenever you're in public anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
she
well.
will want to meet myself or Harvey. They're the only two people she knows. One of us will need to be there.
Yeah.
Harvey is difficult to hide anyway, so he should definitely be one of the people who are exposed.
It would be
Okay.
useful to bring people that she doesn't recognize.
Yeah, I
At
agree.
least one or two of us.
Yeah, I
So
think
why
it should
don't I
be.
suggest? Go on.
I was going to say either Harvey and Bruno or Harvey and me.
I was going to suggest that Harvey, yourself, Delphine, and I meet, and then Bruno and Angelos are there, but not necessarily introduced, and see what they can spot.
Still, putting 3 people in a car is, I think.
I'm not talking about
Maybe.
driving there or putting 3 people in the car. I'm talking about meeting at Clichy in the metro station.
They'll go on foot.
So who will be in the front? I need to make more preparations. And then Harvey will go into the kitchen. And I did look up that ritual hell. It does the caster and also comrades.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep, I did that. Harvey will come back out with a kitchen knife. And then you see a bowl. He's got a knife and a bowl. All right. I hope none of you are squeamish. And then he'll take the knife, and then he'll cut one of their fingertips off, and then he'll put it in the blood, and then he'll strike a match, and then put it in there as well. So it's like all on fire and everything. I'm just reading this too. Well, first I need to make a stamina and resolve.
Well, Harvey seems to be good at what he
you
does.
did you read all of this?
Yeah, I did.
Did you read
I
that,
need to,
that paragraph that says the ritual can be performed on others, but the fingertips sacrificed must all belong to the caster?
Gotcha. I did.
Okay, so you're sacrificing five fingertips.
Well, he's not doing it with everybody. That's
Okay,
why he's
cool,
asking.
cool.
So who's going to be on the front line? So
Oh, I
it's
get you.
him.
3 of us, Delphine and
Three of
myself.
us. Delphine,
I didn't agree to this. I don't think the 3 of us should all go by car. So
No. We're talking about
Yeah.
when we get to the metro station. It'll be the 3 of us that talk to Octavia. Yeah, while Bruno and Angelos hide in the back or merge into the background with the mortals and see what they can spot. Yeah, how we get there, we can go in different ways.
You could literally walk it in an hour. Less than an hour.
3 people though. Will she expect 3 people or less? Feels a bit like it's a
I don't know
lot.
how many people. We'll say we've only brought 3, just in case there's, we can say two of our coach were on other business and weren't there when you phoned. She doesn't know what we were doing. But there's no need for all 5 of us to be there.
It's fine. It's alright.
Okay.
On with the ritual.
Yeah.
Oh no. Difficulty of 3 to chop off my fingertip.
Difficulty of 3.
Willpower.
Okay, you have to spend willpower.
All right.
Oh, come on, tens. Come on, messy
And
critical.
up to 3, right?
You can roll 2.
2. Okay. Oh.
You can't bring yourself to do it.
Oh no.
I guess I'm not going to the meeting then. I'm going with the Or Killian is not going to the meeting. One of us.
No. Harvey can't bring himself to cut his fingertips off, so he can't complete the ritual.
Isn't I thought it worked for 2 people or something. Whoops.
Okay.
Well, we don't need it. It's fine. It's fine. And then he'll I just need a little snack here. He'll drink a blood bag, like 1 dot of a blood.
My
Is a
God.
blood bag 1 dot?
Yeah.
You are blasting through these.
What is the max someone has drank in a session? I'm wondering.
I think we're looking at it.
Like, how many are we at now? Like 6?
1, 2,
2 plus
So we
3.
had
That's
9,
another one.
right?
6. Yeah, 6.
yeah,
Yeah.
6. Yeah.
You and I both drained a person dry in a session. Cause that's 5, and that
That's
was
true.
that was
Drain the
literally just
person dry?
that was
First
literally just bam, bam, bam. Next person, and I think Jules did one as well, didn't she?
Yep.
Yeah. So we've all been there.
Yeah, think about like the bag consumption. Like, what's the max
Bag
bags?
consumption. Yeah, I've never seen anyone go through bags like that before. So
Nice.
we send you all out to the hospital again shortly.
Yep.
Not
Okay.
good.
I'm gonna drive to Clichy. Who's coming in the car?
I'll walk
you will.
since the plan is to blend in with the crowd. Want to go together, like by metro?
Sure.
I'm driving then, since the 3 of us are meeting. I'll be
Okay.
with the driver.
All right, so the 3 of us will drive there, and these 2. So we'll give these 2 most of the hour to get there, and then we'll zip down at the last minute and sort of go down to the metro. So Killian will have his warded jacket on, and he'll have the hood up. Yeah. And basically be covered up.
He probably wants
so-
to be wearing a face, like a scarf over his face or something as well.
Can someone tell me? So I have the merit of mask. What exactly it does?
It's like an alternate identity.
Okay. So can I use this right now so Octavia doesn't see exactly how I look like, or not?
It's not a physical thing. It's like an alternate identity. So it's like you've got
Oh.
another name and another,
Okay.
and it has documentation associated with it.
All right, then how about I have a specialty skill of craft. I have masks. So
Okay.
can I spend like while they're walking, I'm just sitting there. Can I spend like half an hour doing my makeup and hair in a way that doesn't look like I normally look? So when I go to see Octavia, I can look very different. So she doesn't like if she goes and describes it to her quarterly later, they will not be able to recognize me unless they like spot specific things I can't change.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds pretty cool. Go dexterity plus
Sure.
craft then.
All right.
What sort of thing are you going for?
By the way, it's not the same scene anymore, right? It's a
No,
different
different scene now.
All right. What kind of looks I'm going for?
Yeah.
All right. So I want to
Chav,
try
right? You can make yourself look like a chav.
like a what? Sorry.
A
Chav.
What's that?
They wear like shell suits or track suits, and they have big hooped earrings, and they look a bit kind of like tacky.
Tacky, cheap.
No,
thick.
actually, I am going for something that Harvey inspired me to do, which is that I want to look like a very devout woman, since normally the Delphine dresses very scantily. In this case, she will dress like, to the neck, and her makeup will make her look basically almost sick, and the hair will be tied in a bun, completely hidden like behind her. If I can go so far, I would even say I'll put a headscarf and act like I'm a Muslim.
Okay. Make a dexterity plus craft roll then.
All right, let's see if that works.
I like that. That's a creative use of your skills. That's good.
Yeah, 1 second, just to find it. So I get it's dexterity, craft, and I get 1 extra for the specialty.
You do.
I need it because I have 0 in craft.
Okay, you succeed.
All right.
You do everything you're trying to do. It's not perfect, but you do everything you're trying to do.
All right. Great. I go in front of Harvey and I tell him, "Do you like?"
Oh yeah, it's very nice. I'm glad that you're joining in the order.
Thank you. It's temporary. It's wait, I forgot my voice. It's temporary, but I'm glad you like it.
Well, it's good to see that you're even temporary that you're allying with Jesus.
Yes. Well, that is the appeal. I will pretend that I am one of the people from. I am one with your order,
Flock?
church, block. Yes,
Yes, flock.
block. Oh, and my name is Elizabeth.
Oh, nice to meet you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, for the sake of today. Let's go.
Okay.
It's just a precautionary measure.
Okay. Oh. One second, guys.
No, carry on.
Okay. Okay, so you travel and collectively all arrive at the metro at approximately the same time.
Cool.
Metro station itself is kind of busy. There are a lot of people traveling in and out of the metro all the time. The metro in Paris is actually pretty good. And it's quite popular, and even at this late in the evening there's still a lot of people moving around about the place. So the station itself tends to have a steady flow of people traveling through it at any one time. There are kiosks in the station that are selling like newspapers and cigarettes and that sort of thing. There's like a little coffee place where people are gathered. There's someone playing a saxophone. It feels kind of cosmopolitan, but there's a lot of people here.
We will keep an eye out for Octavia.
Okay, you and Harvey know what Octavia looked like. And you
We know what the others look like.
you know what some of them look like. Wait, one. You know what. You know what most of them look like. You know what Gaston looks like.
Mhm.
Who's their leader. Octavia is his second, really. Soroya, you're familiar. You know that Jennifer used to spend time with Soroya.
Okay.
You know that there's a Nosferatu in the group called Victor, but you don't know what he looks like. You've not seen him.
Okay.
And there's another guy called Alistair who tends to hang around with Gaston a lot, and it kind of like is he's like the tough guy that
Right.
stands in the background and just goes, yeah.
Okay.
Harvey definitely will be using senses and seeing to see if there's anyone that's, obfuscating or if there's
Okay.
anything.
Give me a resolve plus or specs check.
Okay, let me rouse the blood. Of course, I get hungrier because this is what I do tonight.
Grabbing a blood pack from the back.
That would be funny. And let me aspects and then resolve. Oh, one.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a willpower.
Okay,
Zero.
sure, yeah.
I can do up to 3. 2, so 3 3 successes.
Okay. You do see somebody hanging around in the shadows. So you see Octavia moving into the metro, and as she walks in, somebody breaks off from her and disappears off into the off to the side, using some level of obfuscate. You're pretty sure. They hang around near the entrance, but it's the only one you see. You're silent.
Harvey will whisper that to both Delphine and also Killian. I suppose Killian.
Was it apparent if Octavia knew that person was there, or do you think that person was spying on Octavia?
Octavia didn't acknowledge them. Octavia just walked in.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he'll relay that information as quietly as he can.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's pretty noisy there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This might mean that there's more than one person on Octavia's side in revolutionaries. Like
Yep.
optimistically. You know,
Yep.
she could also be, trying to knock us over, but it could also be that there's more than one person that wants to.
I mean, wouldn't she have communicated that it's more than just her?
Well, probably this other person is her safety right now, and maybe she didn't want to say. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to try to pretend that we don't know there's another person, but we have two another persons, so we're safe.
Harvey whispered, well, she did say that what she said was that she was coming alone.
And
Yeah.
well, I guess you're just talking in character, right? So I'm not there. So
Yeah.
I mean, we can try to counter her with it at the end, depending on how the conversation goes. Like, Killian, if you think that it's smart to bring to her attention that we know she brought someone and that probably she should tell us because we're 3 and she's 1, then do it. If you think it's not smart, then don't.
Harvey, do you think you could see that person again?
You can see them now.
I can see him right now.
Do you know who it is?
He'll kind of squint. Out of character, can I tell, or do I need?
So you don't recognise them. They're wearing a hooded top, very similar to what Killian's wearing at the moment. You can't see their face, but they're wearing a kind of a long leather trench coat and a hooded top that goes over the top, and they've come in through the door and they've taken off a step to the side to next to one of the kiosks in the shadows. You can see them, and they're obviously watching Octavia.
I mean, it could be their Nosferatu.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Harvey Lee will relay that as well.
Yep.
So whatever, here on out, whatever the storyteller relays, just pretend Harvey Lee will.
Sure.
What if, since they don't know me yet, I'm talking to the two that are next to me. What if I go around and find Angelos and Bruno and tell them to keep an eye on that guy while we're talking to Octavia? Can I
If we
do that?
come in together, though, because it depends if they've seen us in together talking or not.
Oh, that says I can.
Or like Harvey can just keep looking at him while you and I talk to Octavia.
I think. Has Octavia seen us?
Yeah, she's moving towards you now, and you can see her. Octavia is a severe-looking woman with short, dark hair and a what looks like a kind of business suit. She has trousers and a jacket. She obviously has a waistcoat and a tie that she's wearing. She's a little bit out of place for the revolutionaries. They don't tend to attire themselves in this sort of way.
Does she have beautiful or stunning?
No.
Killian,
I'm fine with her.
I'll keep an eye on him, but if anything goes down, I'll do things to him to slow him down, okay?
Okay, cool.
I'll weaken his vitae.
Harvey, do we tell Olivia straight away or not?
Not straight away, I think. Let's try to keep the conversation as we planned, and then you decide when you want to reveal the fact that we know she didn't come alone. I will play along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
Harvey?
if things happen, go for Olivia. I'll handle the
Okay.
Yeah.
interloper.
Okay.
So Octavia approaches you. Unlike your previous meeting, Octavia walks straight up to you and extends a hand to Killian.
I'll take it.
She's got a relatively firm handshake. She turns to Harvey and extends her hand to Harvey.
Harvey will give it a firm handshake, but he's kind of almost like looking past her a little bit,
Mhm.
like his head is still bobbing, but his hands aren't shaking anymore.
She turns to Delphine and
I will
looks
introduce-
quizzical.
I will introduce Elizabeth, a new member of our coterie.
Nice to meet you. I give her a very weak squeeze if she hands me the hand.
New member of your coterie. So
Mhm.
the rumours are true.
But I don't know. I haven't heard all the rumours.
What rumors did you hear?
There are some who say that the prince decided to bolster your numbers.
Looks like that rumour's true. Meet Elizabeth.
Well met. She shakes your hand.
I do like a very weak grip, and I say, Elizabeth, Tremere.
Can you make a manipulation plus performance roll for me, please?
Yeah. Where is it? 1 second.
Rouse check? Rouse check?
No, I don't need it.
Don't need it, she says confidently.
This is also a social thing, right? So I get my modifiers from
you can have,
yeah.
you can have your modifier for the social thing. Ah!
6
She didn't need it.
successes.
She didn't need it. Okay.
Sure,
You
9 fucking dice.
perfectly pull off a demure, clearly naive and inexperienced Tremere role that you're trying to pull off.
Yeah, I stay close to Harvey to kind of make it seem that he is my teacher
Teddy.
Yeah.
in some way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you pull it off completely. That's you pull it off so well that Killian and Harvey start to think maybe that actually is true. 6 successes is a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
I told you she was in the fold.
Oh Lord.
I apologise. I appreciate that you probably don't want to be talking to members of my coterie at this moment in time. My time to get this situation under control is short. Gustav does not see the long game. His temper and his vision is short. I did not condone his activities. His brutality is causing difficulties for the rest of our coterie. Some of our coterie. It is my intention to rectify that situation.
Chris, out of character. Sorry, apologies to cut you off mid-flow.
No, you're right.
Out of character. The Prince has been playing these games for years, yeah? Yeah. This level of brutality, is that unheard of? Is it rare? This is normal? No one in Kindred Society is batting an eyelid, yeah?
Well, Kindred Society might be batting an eyelid, but no one would openly say anything to the Prince about it. It's not an uncommon thing for the Prince to push coteries into levels of savagery and brutality.
Right.
What he's interested in is entertainment for himself. Whether that's you guys smashing hell out of each other, or somebody doing something clever, or somebody doing something showy, that's what he's interested in.
Okay. So this level of violence that we've suffered isn't unusual. It's not noteworthy. Okay, fine. Sorry.
Why is it that you call this out here,
I have a proposition for you.
Lord?
No. We are equals. Are we not?
No, I just talked to the Lord.
Oh, I see.
So you say.
I have a proposition for you. In order to win the Prince's Little Game, you have to eliminate the coteries, who also have a claim on the domain, yes?
Mhm.
What if our coterie did not have a claim?
And how would you manage that?
If our coterie was led by somebody who could make more informed decisions, they could cede their territory to your coterie. Our coterie would exist, but we would offer our territories to you. And
How
we
do you
would-
feel?
And we would
How-
request that we would be allowed to live peacefully within it.
How do you think the prince would feel about his entertainment being ruined?
I think, depending on how the leadership of our coterie changed, he would be very pleased.
Mutiny.
What do the other members of your coterie think to this?
I think most would be rather displeased that I was having this conversation.
Most?
Most.
All?
Not all.
Particularly how many?
Me, myself, and one other.
Ah,
Who would that one other be?
I'm not hugely keen to expose my colleague if I can avoid it. It is one thing for me to stand in front of you, it is another for me to volunteer their name.
Are they afraid of Gustav?
If this doesn't go right, yes.
But they're willing to let you risk yourself?
They don't have a choice in what I do.
But
I
they let you come here all by yourself? That should be a stain on their soul because they're being a pussy.
They don't have the same thing as you, the same rules
Yeah.
as we do.
Harvey will kind of shrug at it.
I look at Harvey and I'll be like, you would never let me go alone, would you, leader of the flock?
Of not, I am a shepherd. I tend to the flock.
Yes.
How would you, and you plus one other, take control of the coterie?
My contingent does not have the capacity of force to wrestle control of our coterie by ourselves. But if someone was to make a direct assault to distract some of our more capable fighters into some form of conflict, it would not be impossible that we could stab Gaston in the back, so to speak.
Where does Gaston think that you're at now?
Gaston is very, very busy destroying a VW camper van at the moment.
Ah,
Who's with him?
Are you trying to extrapolate from your question who is not with him?
I'm just going to lean in at this point and go, I'm trying to work out if you know that you've been followed here.
I know.
And I presume this person is the other interested party. And that the clan are together.
I believe that the person that followed me here was instructed to do the exact opposite and chose to do so anyway. And that should give you the information that you need to know as to whether or not they knew I was coming here in the first place or not.
Okay. And so Gaston's little clan are all in it together.
Yes.
What I'm getting at is there's 3 Bruges.
Yes.
Yeah. There's three Bruges with Venturian and Nosferatu. So what I'm saying is, so the Bruges are all singing from the same hymn sheet, and it's you and the Nosferatu who are in a different view.
Yes.
Basically, okay, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
Gaston was to fall by our hand, and the other 2 were to fall by your hand, the entire coterie would consist of myself and my colleague. I would take the leadership position, cede our territories to you, and humbly request the ability to live peacefully within it.
It's an interesting proposition. May we have a night to think on it?
I
She stops when you make a noise.
think while it sounds tempting, let's go to the bathroom to ensure no double crossing.
To the bathroom?
Yes,
Separate?
away from people, or to the broom closet where your friend can join us.
If you would like me to leave and come back a little while later, I can do that. I can't be here all night, though.
Oh no, this won't take a moment. I have another proposition to ensure that this is truthful, not.
Do what you need to.
But oh no, you need to come with us, and so
Oh.
does your friend. But then give us 2 minutes and come into the bathroom.
I don't know where he is.
Oh, he'll just point to him. He's right there.
You can see him, see you point at him, and you can see he darts out of the door.
Shepherd sees all.
But please, next time, be more truthful. Because I was about to have to do something that was very nasty to him.
Oh.
Just in case.
Master Harvey, please. I came here alone. He followed against my wishes.
Oh. I see.
I like it.
How long do you
This-
think Gaston will be occupied destroying vehicles?
A night or 2, perhaps.
Whereabouts in your domain is he?
The tracks. That's where we mostly meet. Ye Haven's down there.
That's a long piece of that's the entire length of one of your haven.
Yes.
Your whereabouts? Be more specific.
I don't know exactly where he is at this moment in time.
Okay.
They tend to haven in abandoned cars. I don't like to
Chris-
stay there. I like
Okay.
more comforts.
Chris, the territory to the west of ours and the Revenites' territory, who owns that?
To the west of you and the revolutionaries.
Yeah.
That is, there's a small sliver of land, which is the exclusive domain of that runs from the river down all the way down to the main road, which is owned by a reclusive member of the Banu Hakim clan.
Okay.
Somebody you've heard of before.
Yep, no worries. So we could come down the tracks on the other side of the revolutionaries' territory, and then cut across at any point, yeah.
Mhm.
But we'd need this Ben Hakim's permission.
Yeah.
Do we need his permission to be in his territory?
I mean, no, but if he finds you in his territory without his permission, like, it's his domain. He is in charge of it, so he can tell you to get out.
Okay.
He can't kill you for it because that's against the traditions, but he can make your life difficult. He can demand boons, etc.
Okay.
Can I not go down the board?
The what?
The dotted line? The border?
Could
And
do. But as soon as you cross, I see you because but then we're in revolutionary territory. Okay, we're on the border, but we're caught between the Ben Hakim and the revolutionary. We're not in our place at all. What about by that boulevard, Perifreak?
That's the big highway. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the other side of that?
You don't know.
Okay, fine. Okay, how do we get back in contact with you?
Out of character, Harvey's wanting to speak to you in the bathroom before they come into the bathroom. So that.
Are they still coming into the bathroom? Because he's done a runner. He's seen you done a runner.
Yeah, well, he
Nosferatu's
can-
bolted, but she's still standing there.
Okay, Harvey and I will head off to the bathroom.
Harvey will tell her, go collect your friend and come in 2 minutes or the 5 minutes.
If I can find him.
Well, I'd suggest that you make haste and find him.
She nods and turns on her heel and walks out of the metro.
Should I follow her? Make sure she doesn't leave.
Yes, she does.
Should I go get the others?
That might be an idea.
Yeah, but keep the distance, I think. That'd be good.
No, I mean,
Just
should I
in
go
case.
get our others to join us in the bathroom?
As I said, go ahead, but let them keep their distance instead of being in the bathroom with us. Dear girl.
The only problem with your bathroom
Mister.
plan is
Listen.
that
Yes.
you and I are male, and Olivia or Octavia is female, as is Elizabeth. So which bathroom are we in?
You guys want some wigs? Wait, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It'd be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I go and search for Angelos and Bruno.
You find them
Do I
relatively
find-
easily.
Yeah. And I tell them to follow me to the bathroom. Because Harvey's got a plan.
Well, Harvey
They-
told you for us to keep our distance. Got it.
Yeah. And also, you guys, do you recognize me, I wonder? Or do I have to tell you, hey, it's me, it's Delphine?
And they recognise you only got one success on your transformation roll, so they recognise you as who you are.
Alright.
But they know that you're dressed differently than you have been previously.
Yeah. Alright.
So,
I go back to the bathroom.
in the bathroom, Harvey will be telling Killian, I think to ensure that they're loyal and everything, that they blood bond with you. That you blood bond them.
We'll see. See if they agree to it. They might not.
If they don't, then we reduce the revolutionaries by 2 tonight.
I like that idea. I mean, I'm back to the bathroom or not?
Up to you.
I'd rather get rid of the 3 Bruiser, but I know what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, we'll see what they say.
Alright, and also she lied already, so she's a sinner.
Did she? Did she know she was being followed? You spotted him. She didn't.
Mutiny
knew.
is also a sin, right? Yes.
Maybe.
Pepper?
It's betrayal, but still.
Yeah, betrayal. See, she was
Yeah.
thinking of a sin as well. Oh, I'm
Right.
getting
And
into this
then later
skill as well.
on, we can punish that sin too. So either way, either we punish her now because of not the blood bond, or we punish her later. Up to
Sounds good.
yeah. Either way.
Well, Angelos and Bruno will be looking at the bathroom from a safe distance, so we also got backup.
So, dips on the one that was Heidi.
Cool.
And then you'll see the Harvey like rub his hands together and lick his lips.
Yeah, you got it. I have no interest in being bitten by a Nosferatu. No offense.
Oh no, I have every intention of biting him and then
Isn't
Claiming-
blood bond when they bite you, though?
out of character. No, what'll happen is Killian will give him. He's planning on diablerizing them if they say no. The
Okay.
the Nosferatu. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're waiting. Are they coming?
Okay. They walk back into the metro. So are you three all now waiting in the bathroom?
Harvey will like open the door to step out so they can see him. Like he'll like have the door open and like out where he's like, his hands like this. You know what I mean? But he's like halfway out, half it, so they can see him.
And probably me and Angelos are, we've seen her, so we probably see her walking towards the bathroom to join the fellas from some distance. If something weird happens until they enter the bathroom.
So they walk towards the bathroom and stop short of it. What do you say?
Come in, please.
Master Harvey, you understand that we elected to meet at the metro because it was a populated location that we could all feel safe in.
Indeed, but your friend can't be really out in public, right? He doesn't have what my friend has, correct?
I don't mind sitting out of the bathroom for my shepherd. Just so it can be a 2-2 situation.
Is this agreeable with you?
I'm nervous. This isn't really what we agreed. Why can we not talk
Well,
here?
Very well. I have a proposal to ensure loyalty to one another.
What is your proposal?
That you blood bond with Killian.
How does that... I understand how that would prove our loyalty to you, but how would that prove your loyalty to us?
Oh, if you wish, you can blood bond with me. I don't care. That way, we know that trust is a circle. If you wish to also to blood bond Killian, that's fine.
So we would establish a mutual bond.
Correct.
I'll need a minute to speak to Victor.
Very well. Just come into the bathroom when you're ready. And then he'll close the door.
I'm whispering to Harvey. I think Victor might get jealous. I think our Nosferatu is prettier than theirs.
They step
I have
away
it,
from...
miss.
So you guys who are outside will see them step away. They stay in the metro, but they step away and off to one side, and you can see them whispering with one another.
Oh. Yeah, I turn to Angelos and I say, "Nice woman, huh?"
Well, think this is more your type than mine.
Business girl, not your type? Okay.
Not
Zero
really,
beauty
no.
stats.
Look at me. What do you think my type is?
Greek
He said,
slut?
hello.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, cool. We're observing them, basically.
Okay. After a few moments, the one in the hood steps away towards the bathroom. Taps on the door.
Harvey will open it and kind of like see. I guess he sees him. Well, is he out and open, or is he still seeing through aspects?
Right. What we're going to do, we're going to draw a veil over it for this point, and we'll pick it up next session.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, come on, don't be a pussy.
I'm not.
The time is. Clock
I
is-
am. I've got to be off for work in the morning, so.
Pussy.
Okay. Thanks very much for joining us for this session. Catch up with us in a couple of weeks when we pick up for the next session. Remember to like and subscribe.
Bye.